Wall-to-wall wild card openers in Major League Baseball today and tonight. Right now, the Yankees, who've won 8 in a row, start the postseason with an early lead on the Red Sox in their best of 3. 1-0 New York, top of the 4th inning. Anthony Volpe, a solo homer. This is Max Fried pitching against Boston and Garrett Crochet. Earlier, Detroit, 6th seed, won 2-1 at Cleveland. Tarik Skubal the win with 14 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. The Cubs at Wrigley beat San Diego 3-1. Cubbies hit back-to-back homers in the 5th, Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly. The Dodgers have the late game hosting Cincinnati, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Blake Snell against L.A. native Hunter Green of the Reds. Yoshinobu Yamamoto of L.A. will be starting Game 2. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill had surgery on a dislocated knee. Golden State re-signed forward Jonathan Kuminga to a 2-year deal. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, dack,
Enter, brother.
Welcome in. It is the Odd Couple, and with that, password, guess what? You now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
No matter
not
how
5,
you listen in. Thank you, LeBron.
6.
Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, SiriusXM Channel 83, and now live on YouTube.
Shout out to the YouTubians, the Odd Mob.
Say my name,
Rob Parker.
Say his name,
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, on this, what's today?
Trash Talking Tuesday.
Trash Talking Tuesday, that's right. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly sports talk radio program on the planet.
Ben Maller.
That's right. At least when people are still awake. That's
Got to
right.
be awake.
All
Don't
right,
count.
write it down. Committed to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only
to turn down the radio.
Yes, it means only one thing, and that's it.
Turn it down. Stop listening to yourself.
That's right. And with that being said, always remember.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweetie Beanie. Yeah. Which, by the way, before you could bring it, did you call in the radio stations? Because I know how much you love radio and talk and sports.
No,
and
did I call in a local radio?
Yeah, like when you were growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
WNBC had a sports talk show I used to call into.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. And then some of those same people I wind up, working with or working around.
Well, who
like,
haven't you? By the way, I'm doing to you right now. Look at that. Look at that.
What's that?
Look at that.
Oh,
hair.
God. My God. Okay. So we got so much to do, so little time. Let me welcome in my partner,
Kelvin Washington. I thought you were going to call me Skubal. Detroit is going crazy right now. What up, man? Trash Talking Tuesday. I know you're excited today. Had baby oil. MLB postseason started. Me and Rob G said we were worried we weren't going to see you today.
Starting at 10 a.m.,
I thought your throat was itching.
Goodness.
I don't feel good today, guys. I just might have to.
No, it was absolutely baseball in games wall to wall, and we still got more, obviously.
Hey, YouTube.
Yes.
You get to see the Yankees are playing. You can see he's not going to look at us today.
No, I am going to look at you. Because it's right in the front. It's straight. That's what we need right
smart move.
Yes, we need it right here so you can't tell I'm watching.
No, but you like going to that right TV.
No,
I don't know what
normally it's there. I'm looking this way. But anyway, be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel, and you can watch us live on YouTube. That's right, with simulcast on YouTube. And all you're going to need to do is go to youtube.com/@OddCoupleFSR. And if you're already on YouTube, just go to Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't stop there. You could also give us a thumbs up icon and comment away. So let us know which one has the better takes, and go check out the brand new YouTube channel and much, much more. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Also, this isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. That's right. Come be a part of the legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew, because you wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is back in the saddle. Feeling better. Rob G, were you saying you're number one? What was that finger I just saw? Was that your
No, Mary knows I don't like her. It's okay.
Okay, that's okay. I thought I saw it.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Unbelievable. Steve DeSager's at the ankle desk. Elijah is our social media guru. That's right, Elijah.
Who? One day.
And on the ones and twos.
Mary, why you bugging? Huh.
Hey, so are you ready to go? Playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Now the TV's all on at Spectrum. And, of course, the Dodgers are playing the night game tonight.
Yeah.
So we got that as well. So we got
some good ones, man.
Wall-to-wall, yeah.
We got some early
the
good
Cubs
ones.
won. The Tigers won the first game of the day.
Mm-hmm.
The Cubs won, beat the Padres. And the Yankees are winning 1-0 in New York against the Red Sox. And then tonight, the Reds, Hunter Green from the L.A. area, pitching against the Dodgers, his hometown team. So that's going to be great, too. So we got wall-to-wall baseball for the next few days. Great.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff.
But a lot of stuff to talk about, though, also.
Yeah, listen, we're matter of 2-3 weeks away from it just all being there, right? Knee deep in the postseason for baseball, football halfway through, give or take, through the season, and then obviously NBA starting. So we're right just in almost the sweet spot. WNBA finals, don't want to throw that. I don't want to forget that.
Finals? Ain't nobody talking about no WNBA. They're talking about the cat fight or whatever you want to call it. Goodness gracious.
Minding my own business, having a little egg Benedict. Next thing I know, one of our best players in the league called me out.
Crazy. Absolutely
We'll
crazy.
get to that later.
All right, but Rob G, let's start here. And just the Jets lose last night, and I guess Aaron Glenn wanted everybody and their uncle to know something. So what was that?
Yeah, he wanted to let him know how mad as hell he is. He's not going to take it anymore because in a game where they had 13 penalties and 3 turnovers, Aaron Glenn made a point, according to multiple reports, to yell at his team so loudly in the postgame locker room that the media could hear it down the hall. So he wanted to make sure everybody knew he was really upset, and for good reason, because last night, the New York Jetropolitans became the first team in the last 20 seasons to start 0-4 with 0 forced turnovers, which is a big deal because, as you know, Aaron Glenn is a defensive coach. And number 2, this is one that's really got to raise some eyebrows. Aaron Glenn last night became the second coach in Jets franchise history, or excuse me, the third coach in Jets franchise history to start his tenure as a new coach with the club 0-4. Joins Adam Gase and Lou Holtz as the last 2 coaches to do that with the Jets. He is now 1 loss away, coming up on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys, from becoming the first 0-5 rookie head coach in Jets history.
I got news for you. He don't need that win for me to already think Aaron Glenn is the worst coach in Jets football history. I'm already there.
Why are you
That's
there,
how long it took me. And I told you about one thing. All that showboating and cutting a player because he fumbled and all that and the bravado. And you just talked about it, Rob G, like screaming and carrying on and all that. Dude, your team is undisciplined. 13, that's a reflection of the coach. We agree with me on that? penalties. 13 penalties. And do you know who they lost to last night? The Dolphins. They don't even get any worse than that. The Jets have turned into the general hospital of the NFL. When you play them, you get well. Miami was starving for something, some medicine, some help. And guess what? The Jets delivered. That's what they do. They make it easy for other teams. Aaron Glenn hasn't changed anything. That BS that they tell everybody about culture. He came from a winning culture in Detroit. He's going to transfer that over to the Jets. Culture starts with winning. That's how you transfer a culture over. If you don't win, I don't care about all that other stuff. I've told you 1,000,000 times. Pro sports has a short menu, wins and losses. And when they lose to the Cowboys in New Jersey on Sunday, he'll be 0-5. Remember, this is the guy who told Aaron Rodgers to hit the road, right?
Yeah.
He did. He's the one who's walking around and talking about he's going to change everything and we're not going to tolerate this and that. And if you fumble a ball, did they cut anybody else from last night from the fumbles? Did Justin Fields get cut? What was the other running back who fumbled at the goal line? Was he cut? I'm just asking. Well, what is it? You're not tolerating that or not tolerating that from a bottom feeder, from some guy you use as a sacrificial lamb to try to push some narrative that you're not having it and it's totally different now with you in charge. The Jets haven't changed. Aaron Glenn hasn't changed one bit. That team is pathetic. They couldn't even compete. I don't care what the score was. Did they compete in that game against the Dolphins?
It was ugly.
Ugly game. That's where I'm at with Aaron Glenn. So go ahead. Yell at your team. All that bravado and all that. How about coach better? How about do a better job at coaching your team up so they don't have to go to Miami and get embarrassed by a terrible Dolphins team? Because that's what happened last night. And now you're about to make history. I never, considering how bad the Jets are, I can't believe a coach hasn't been 0-5.
That's actually more shocking
than
anything.
That's shocking. And guess what? Aaron Glenn will wear that proudly because he's earned it.
I cannot believe we're 4 games in and you're going off on Aaron Glenn. 4 games in. 4 games into a team that had Aaron Rodgers and only won 5 all of last season. Aaron Glenn is trying to develop into his team. Aaron Glenn is trying to find an identity in the team. Aaron Glenn is trying to find out who's good on this team. He just got the job, and it's his first head coaching job. And you brought up the Detroit. Dan Campbell, who has had one of the best teams in the last 3 years, wouldn't have had this chance if they were listening to you because they started off 0-8, 0-9. Then they righted the ship. They got their guy, and obviously Jared Goff, and they've been able to move forward. So my thing is, I'm not even thinking about Aaron Glenn either way because it's 4 games into his first team with a bad team that I had no expectations of anyway. This is the kid who always brings home D's, and now I'm yelling at him because they got a D-. Like, this is what the Jets do. So I didn't have expectations. This isn't you coming in yelling at John Harbaugh. I can understand that more because their expectations, Super Bowl aspirations for the Ravens, right? I can understand that. There are a handful of other teams, you know, DeMeco Ryans, you might say, hey, man, this team is supposed to be better than this, talking about the Texans. I can understand that. Nobody had any expectations for Aaron Glenn for the daggone Jets because they weren't good. They haven't been good in I don't know how long. And the crazy part is they actually have been competing. Game 1, they lose 34-32 because of the whole kick return thing that messed up against the Steelers. They could have maybe beaten Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers.
Did they win?
Hold up. They got beat down by the Bills. We know that. That was expected. And then it takes a blocked field goal for the Buccaneers to beat them. Otherwise, they beat them. They lose 29-27.
Did they win?
Hold up. And then they only lose to a terrible Dolphins team. It was a terrible – I told you it was the toilet bowl last night. We're watching it. This was the toilet bowl between those two teams. and they lose by 6. So aside from the Bills, he's lost by a total of 10 points those 3 games, 2 of which he should have won.
Stop that. The NFL,
So what I'm
most games are decided
right.
by.
So what I'm saying
that losing by close doesn't mean anything.
So I'm
Stop
laughing
with
at the idea that we're talking about Aaron Glenn as if Aaron Glenn is the coach of the Chiefs or the Ravens or the Lions.
Can I give you an example? And
yes.
this is why your argument is lame.
My
okay?
argument is not
no,
lame. It's 4
lame.
games with Aaron Glenn and the Jets.
Rob G. Nathaniel Hackett with Denver. Did we not call it after week 1 that this guy wasn't head coach? Week 1. We knew Nathaniel Hackett couldn't coach. And he wound up going 4-11 and was dismissed. You could use the same argument. How can you fire a guy? It's his first year. Oh, blah, blah, blah. No. This is the bravado that Aaron Glenn brought about I'm changing the culture here. He didn't come in and tell you, hey, give me 3 years and see me in 3 years. We're going to lose. There ain't no way.
That's my job as a general manager.
No, nobody.
I bring in a guy that I believe in, and I give him time.
13 penalties is a reflection of your coaching. It is.
It is.
You can yell all you want.
In. They could literally be sitting here 2-2. They could literally be sitting here 2-2.
4. Your record is what your record is.
And a kickoff return.
You can do that all day.
And then you're mad because he got rid of a middling, guy who barely made the team.
Because it was an act.
Off the offseason.
It was an act. That's what it was.
You know how many guys get let go who barely, or practice guys who barely, special teamers? That happens the first 3-4 weeks of every team every season.
And it came back because
you're getting your blood pressure worked up over Aaron Glenn and the Jets. Man, I want you to go back to your John Harbaugh take. I'd rather you yell at John Harbaugh. I would be down with that than Aaron Glenn. 4 games into the Jets.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369, and it's pretty simple. Has Aaron Glenn been a disappointment so far in New York? And do you agree he's already the worst coach in Jets franchise history? Because no one has started 0-5, and he's on the cusp of it. We'll by next week he'll be 0-5. We'll continue this conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on a Trash Talking Tuesday, and that's right, I'm trashing Aaron Glenn right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're a disappointment to a bunch of people in the U.S. of A.
And the Dallas Cowboys are the winner with an A at the end. The winner. That's what I got out of this.
Okay.
Because Micah came to town with his big bag Green Bay Packers. The Dallas Cowboys were supposed to disintegrate and blow in the wind and, never be seen again because, my God, they let Micah go. They traded this generational talent. What are you going to do without Micah? Great players have been traded since pro sports has been around. It's no big deal. The Red Sox sold Babe Ruth, and they still have won championships, and they're still around, and they still sell out Fenway Park. Wayne Gretzky was traded. I could go on and on and on. People have been moved, and they move on. Let's hear Jerry gloating a little bit after the 40-40 tie on Sunday Night Football.
It's very simple. Right. Dak was indispensable in my mind. Right. And so, yes. And Michael wasn't.
There you go. And Jerry, I know a lot of people, look, Jerry has botched the Cowboys. I'll be the first one. I'm not a Jerry being general manager guy. They haven't won anything since Moby Dick was a guppy and since Jimmy Johnson and that whole what a disaster. But in this case, with already paying the 2 guys he paid, CD and Dak, he had no choice here. And he made the right choice long-term for the Cowboys. And last night was a perfect Micah's back still ain't right. right? Wasn't a real factor. He got a late sack. I don't know. Like, are you celebrating that? And then his vaunted Packers came to Dallas, and what happened? Nothing. They got a 40-40 tie with a bad football team nobody's expecting anything from. I think Jerry is the winner.
Well, first off, I'm going to show you something about that sack you just referred to. I'm going to show you that in 1 second.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Let me get to this. I hear everything you said. I can understand it, but you're wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. Micah Parsons, everything you just said, prior to last season, what happened? Dak was hurt. You got Micah hurt. DeMarcus Lawrence was in and out.
He wasn't hurt the whole year.
No. But I'm saying they weren't themselves. The last time we saw them comprised as themselves, they were 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. And I looked at the Dallas Cowboys. We all expected, all things given, especially with CD, you go, man, this offense should be good. Because if they haven't been anything else, at least the offense has been able to move the ball. Dak Prescott was an MVP candidate a couple of seasons back. You figure, okay, they can do this. I looked at it as you can be that and still have Micah if they found a way to make it work. Right? That you didn't have to not have Micah. You and I sat here months ago thinking, oh, he's going to stay. He wants to stay. He wants to be here.
I was saying he should have traded. They should have traded.
No, I'm talking about well before that when he was out here talking about, I just want to be here forever. I don't care about the money. Now, slow down. If I'm your agent, hold on. Let me agent. Let me work my magic. So it didn't have to be without Micah. They could have found a way to do this. And because the reason I say that, I look at the Green Bay Packers. I said this about what Micah is. He's in a good situation where the Packers made the postseason last year and the year before, and the Packers are a good team. He has a chance he got paid handsomely to only have to make 3 to 4 plays a game. Maybe a sack, maybe 2 sacks, maybe a sack, strip fumble, or maybe a tackle for loss. You just need to come in here and be a Von Miller, a JPP when he's gone to a few places. These types of guys that are specialists, they come in.
So when his
and
defense gives up 40 points, the one sack is good?
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
He showed at the very end. First of all, he got quadruple teamed all game. I mean, they put credit.
Is that new?
Man,
is that new?
No. I'm saying credit Dallas's game plan coming in. Because they had people ready to chip him, a receiver, a back, 2 offensive linemen. They had him locked up in a sense, and he got back there a couple of times, 4 quarterback pressures. But he got the big sack that saved what could have been a loss. Dak Prescott was about to run in that end zone and end the game.
They lost.
What do you mean they lost? The tie.
A 40-point tie with the Dallas Cowboys is a loss for the Packers.
Well, no. They literally could have lost that game, which would be huge in the record if you're competing with Detroit to see who's going to do what.
Yeah,
Dak Prescott
that tie doesn't help.
Is running into the end zone.
That's an L.
Except for Micah making a play that him and only 3-4 other guys in the entire NFL can make. So my thing is, Micah Parsons is in Green Bay to only have to make a handful of plays. He doesn't have to be a Ray Lewis. Why would I have 15 tackles, a sack?
I think the way they paid him was not to make one play.
Fox Sports Radio, it is the Odd Couple. Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Looking forward to see what you guys got cooking up next hour. With the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us in all of our Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. And the new and improved iHeartRadio app, just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of our presets in the iHeart app, so it'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Coming up in about 5 minutes or so, we'll have Ephraim Salaam join us, talk some NFL headlines with E. Looking forward to that. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Rob, taking phone calls. You got smoke with Aaron Glenn, and I don't understand where the smoke came from. 4 games in, what do we expect from the Jets? Who we got?
Carlos in California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Carlos?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you? Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down, please.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just about to pick up my daughter from school.
Shout out to your daughter.
I was just gonna say, Aaron Glenn, he's super soft. Unfortunately, the pace of the NFL, if you're not on it and you're not trying to win, they're just gonna get rid of you. And there's a lot of pressure for GMs too.
Oh yeah.
But then basically, having 13 penalties in the game is a reflection, as he was saying, of how bad the coaching is.
Right.
Because that should be day one stuff.
What you're trying to clean up.
101.
Right.
You know? Yeah, exactly. 101.
We might not be good, but we're not going to do it to ourselves, right? Right.
Yeah, exactly. Start from the beginning. Just like even professionals can do that. Like if you're a good professional, it doesn't matter where you get from, where you get to. If your boss comes up says, "Hey, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start from door 1 or whatever," from the base.
No doubt.
I appreciate it, Carlos. Thank you, man.
Drew in New Jersey, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
Hey, I definitely, I'm not going to say he's going to be a failure, but what I will say is I would not have hired him to coach a rebuild. I just don't believe in hiring defensive coaches for rebuilds. I think Flores only works with the Bengals. I think that's a good hire for next year, only because, number one, he had locker room problems in Miami, but I feel like in Cincinnati, that's Joe Burrow's team, and Joe Burrow has the offense. You can put Flores on the defense, and that works like that. I think defensive coaches should be looking for teams that are awful on defense, that are just focused on offense, because that's an easy fix.
Drew, one thing I'll push back on, Drew, is Mike McDaniel is now having locker room issues. We just did a whole report on him last week, how now they're trying to get him, folks aren't liking him and all that. So that definitely can happen with offensive guy or a defensive guy. I hear your point, though.
Cameron in Indiana, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, so guys, listen, I'm 29 years old, and there's only 3 things I'm sure of in life: death, taxes, Jets, Jags, Browns. They're all going to suck. It doesn't matter who you throw in there. 20 years, they're all going to suck 20 years from now. It doesn't even matter.
There you go.
He's
only 29.
He's only 29, knows, which is sad if you're those organizations.
Imagine being 61 and being a fan of that team.
And that's why I'm confused why you're getting your blood pressure up over the Jets 4 games in. What's new? Rob, I need you here another 25 years.
What's new
you can't be doing this.
Is that as bad as the Jets are, okay, that no coach has ever been 0-5.
And maybe he'll beat the Cowboys.
Like that's the thing.
Go,
you're what? Like, what's new? That's what's new. That's shocking.
That actually is shocking.
That is. And the whole idea that they couldn't beat Miami. Miami's, they're on fire. They're in flames. That's the one.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why they needed those
Their
other
own
2.
coach, he's on LinkedIn, right?
I told you, he's hanging on by a thread. I just mentioned it down there. And that's why they needed those 2 games.
Mike
those 2
McDaniel,
games they're supposed to win.
He's so messed up with this whole thing what's going on in Miami. He's now saying he's black. I mean, he wouldn't say it before.
You can't get this man to Tiger Woods. You can't get this man to Tiger Woods. I'm not dealing with you right now.
That's gotta be
racist. On the other side right now, Steve DeSager, please save us, Steve. What's your name?
Good evening, gentlemen. Major League Baseball Wild card openers today. What a day. Wall-to-wall baseball today and tomorrow, and maybe we'll have some Game 3s on Thursday. It's only best-of-3 opening round series. The Dodgers have the late game hosting 6th seed Cincinnati, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Blake Snell against L.A. native Hunter Green of the Reds. The Cubs beat Padres in Game 1, 3-1. Cubs hit back-to-back homers in the 5th. The loss to Nick Pivetta, who did have 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. 6th seed Detroit in the American League posted a 2-1 victory at Cleveland. Attendance was just 26,000. Detroit scored 2 unearned runs. Cleveland's offense went 4 for 30, 15 strikeouts. Most of that damage done on the mound by Tarik Skubal, the winning pitcher who went 7 2/3. The Yankees have won 8 in a row, and they're winning the opener of their wild card series, hosting rival Boston. It's 1-0 New York in the bottom of the 5th. Anthony Volpe, a home run. Great pitching matchup. Max Fried of the Yankees against Garrett Crochet of Boston. We're going to get to best-of-5 division series after this round, and those will all start this Saturday, including the American League on Fox. Angels manager Ron Washington will not return next season. The Halos are now looking for their 6th manager in the last 9 years. Washington went 36-38 before leaving the team to have heart surgery. He turns 74 next year. The Angels have had 10 straight losing seasons. The sale of the Tampa Bay Rays was finalized. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill had surgery on his dislocated knee and torn ligaments. His agent says Hill will play next season. Miami signed wide receiver Cedric Wilson off the Saints practice squad. Raiders tackle Colton Miller is expected to go on injured reserve with a high ankle sprain and a hairline fracture. The Ravens on Wednesday are due to give an update on quarterback Lamar Jackson's hamstring injury. He could miss 2 to 3 weeks, according to the Baltimore Sun. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy with his toe injury is expected to be questionable for Thursday at the Rams. Same for wide receiver Ricky Pearsall and his knee injury. Purdy and Pearsall did not go through today's walkthrough for the Niners. Mac Jones is San Francisco's backup quarterback. Wide receiver Juwan Jennings did not practice today. Buffalo signed punter Mitch Wishnowsky, ex of San Francisco. The Bills' Cameron Johnston was placed on injured reserve, and the Browns could start rookie quarterback Dylan Gabriel this week, according to CBS. Golden State re-signed forward Jonathan Kuminga. Back to you.
All right, Steve, they finally got that deal done with Kuminga. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Trash Talking Tuesday, joined now by Ephraim Salaam. Before we get to Ephraim, by the way, this isn't just a game. It is a once-in-a-generation event, the Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of the legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made, the Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. And dang it, Ephraim Salaam could have been a Harlem Globetrotter, as tall as he is, 6'7", 6'8". What's up, Ephraim?
What's happening, man? How y'all doing?
I'm just saying, did the Globetrotters ever call you?
No, man, no.
Oh, shoot.
But the Washington Generals did.
Right, exactly. Right.
Oh, all right, man. Shoot, we could start a couple of different places.
So let's start with the Jets and Aaron Glenn.
Nobody want to start with the Jets.
I want to start with Aaron Glenn and how bad this team looks. And Ephraim, if he loses on Sunday against Dallas, to be the first Jets coach, as bad as they've been, to start out 0-5. 13 penalties last night. They can't even compete against a bad Miami team. I'm sorry, it's a bad start for Aaron Glenn.
It is a horrific start, and I'm pulling for Aaron. I think he was instrumental in helping Dan Campbell turn around the Detroit Lions the last couple years. And I'm just holding out hope that even when Dan Campbell was, took the Detroit job, it took him a minute, right? It took him a minute to I believe, they won 3 games that first year, or 2 or 3 games that first year, and it took a minute, and it took a couple turnovers with the draft and free agents to really put them in a position to where they had a bunch of guys who bought in to the way they're trying to do that, and that may be similar to what Aaron Glenn is going through right now in New York. But it was bad to watch. It was tough football to watch, man.
Hey, Ephraim, I want to do it like this. I'm going to stay in the AFC for this one. There's a handful of teams that are 3-1 right now, but I want to know who you believe are real. So you got the Chargers at 3-1, the Steelers at 3-1, the Colts at 3-1, and the Jags at 3-1. Who do you think is real, and maybe who do you think is, fool's gold? It's just early in the season.
I think the Chargers are real because of Herbert and Harbaugh. I mean, a dynamic coach and a borderline star quarterback that makes for a more compelling team than, say, I don't know, Jacksonville at 3-1. Look, and I played for Jacksonville, but I love the fact that they're really handing the ball off and they're really featuring Travis Etienne. I think that takes a lot of pressure off Trevor Lawrence and trying to be something that we haven't seen him be yet. But look, all I can say is we'll find out how real they are this week. The Jaguars going up against Kansas City, because Kansas City may have found the thing that they have been missing, even as far back as last year in terms of offensive output.
Let me ask you. We mentioned Jacksonville, Travis Hunter. They're off to a good start, but he's not. He even got benched on defense. What do you make of his start? He hasn't been electrifying offensively either. Are you surprised that he didn't have immediate impact, or no, this is par for the course?
I don't think it's par for the course, because anybody that talented, if they were hyper-focused on one side of the ball, we would definitely see them making strides and helping the team. I think because he has this notion of, and they have the notion as well, of being a two-way starter in the NFL, you take away from the development from either side. I don't think he can be the best player he can be on offense or defense without really truly focusing on it. It's hard to this day do offense, that day do defense, and on this day you're going to do both. I think if Travis Hunter just worked with receivers, I think he'd be a top big-time, big play receiver for them. And I think if he was just being a DB, he could be one of those DBs that finds his legs and be a real ball hawk and the showstopper. I think trying to spread a young player too thin early, I know how difficult it is as a rookie to come in and play. I couldn't imagine how it is to come in and play offense and defense. So as talented as he is, I think he needs to focus on one aspect of the game first before he ventures into the other side of the ball. I think that would help him tremendously.
I want to ask you about that Cowboys Packers game, which ended in a tie, of course, just from the standpoint of the Cowboys feeling good about themselves. I know they didn't win or whatever.
I ain't listening to nothing you talking about
but
right
that looked like the Packers would come in and kind of beat up on them and prove to them that they were dumb for giving up such a talented player and all that. I don't know. The Cowboys, did they make out in this, or are they okay? Like, people thought they were going to fall off the face of the earth, and they haven't.
Well, what we do know is offensively, we knew they were going to be able to put up points. Dak Prescott is a more than serviceable starting quarterback in the league. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are great outside, even though CD is hurt right now.
Right.
So we knew they would be able to throw the ball around the yard. What we also knew was they wouldn't have defense. So to me, that's not a shock that they were in a shootout. We knew they can put up points, but defensively, I think they're going to struggle as we get into the second quarter of the season, because they're not going to be. They're going to run against a team that has a better defense than what they've seen, and they're not going to be able to put up 40 points. If you have to score 40 points to tie a game for the Dallas Cowboys, that's nothing to celebrate. That's not okay.
But how bad is how bad is it though for Green Bay? You know what I mean? Like to not be able to beat them.
Well, yeah, I think we have a lot of high expectations for Green Bay coming into the season. I think a lot of people had them as penciled them in as the representative for the NFC for the Super Bowl. I myself had some questions about Jordan Love, and if he was that guy. He's shown that he is a top-tier quarterback. But they also got to figure out, defensively for them as well. Like, you have Micah Parsons. You guys got to put more pressure. You got to get to the quarterback. Look, I know this is an offensive league, but if you're, like I said, it goes for them too. If you're scoring 40 and you're tying, that's not good. That's not a good thing. That shouldn't be be celebrated, literally.
I didn't know if you were talking about the Ravens or those two teams. Hey,
Ooh, Lord.
I'll get you out of here on this one. I don't know, and Rob and I have talked about this. If you just fell from Mars, you would think the Eagles are a dysfunctional team right now, except they're, 18 in a row?
They've won 18
like
in a row,
19 of the last
the
20, 4-0 this season. But also they are kind of weird. Like they go halves without a passing yard with great receivers on the outside, tight ends, and a great receiving running back. What do you make of the Eagles?
I make of the Eagles, like, this is a difficult formula for them to continue to win with. If there's no consistency, right? There's no consistency in how they approach these games, so we don't really know who they are. We know that they're a running team because of Saquon Barkley in the year that he had, and even prior to that, when they had Sanders, and then they had
who was it back then?
Who was it? Sanders was they had a dual-headed backfield, but even with Jalen Hurts running the ball, they're primarily a running team. But look, they are dysfunctional. They're like a family that's close. They got that weird, crazy uncle who comes to the cookout and eventually burn it down after they've been there. A.J. Brown about to burn that thing down. These cryptic messages and reading books on the sideline, he's not going to be able to take too much more of this, man. Like, negative 18 passing yards in the second half.
That's just crazy.
He's one of the top 4 receivers in the league, and so he's about to explode. He can't even stop himself. They don't want 18 straight, including the Super Bowl, and he can't even stop himself from tweeting.
I agree.
He can't do
crazy.
it.
No,
it's crazy.
It's a strange team considering how good and how much success they've had. All righty, appreciate it, man. Thank you. We'll do it again next week.
Absolutely, brothers. Y'all stay safe.
No doubt. All right, on the way, folks, we got Shekel City. We got Play of the Day as well, and some shots were taken at the WNBA commissioner by one of the best players. We'll tell you who and what she had to say. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
But we got to talk about Bad Bunny because, my goodness, the social media reaction. Danny G, I was watching, just like you, Sunday Night Football, and they so casually, like Mike Tirico.
Yeah.
Like, I did not know this was coming. Tirico's like, and coming up next, we're going to find out who the halftime show is. And I'm like, oh, damn. Like, Tirico was just holding that in his pocket, huh? And there he is, Bad Bunny, sitting on a goalpost with a straw hat. And everyone's like, wait, what? Bad Bunny?
He was carrying a golf bag, too. It was weird.
Bad Bunny,
He's still caddying for Happy Gilmore.
Otherwise known as Happy Gilmore's caddy, is an international superstar. Let's not be naive, but let's not also make it seem like everyone knows Bad Bunny. It's a very interesting choice by Jay-Z, Roger Goodell in the NFL. I think we could say interesting choice. Now, here's my thought. My initial thought was, what about Taylor Swift? Because we had all those little breadcrumbs, those Easter eggs of sourdough and 60 and all this. Like, ooh, Super Bowl 60. And then Metallica. And then you heard rumors last week like Adele. And then we were all thinking, oh, she's too slow. Like, she's got a great voice and great songs, but not Adele. And then you heard Post Malone. And then over the weekend, there were internet rumors that Miley's close to signing the contract. I had not heard. Am I wrong by saying no one else heard Bad Bunny's name even in the conversation?
They kept it under wraps.
That was the most like under wraps anything's been kept because I didn't hear a thing, a peep about Bad Bunny. Now, let me tell you, when Covino and I worked over at ESPN, we worked very closely with a lot of the people that work for ESPN Deportes. To say that Bad Bunny is a superstar is an understatement. You just must not have many Latino friends or know anyone that speaks Spanish. This guy's an international star. But here's the question. Is it the right act for the Super Bowl? 877-99 on Fox. If you want to chime in, that's one of our things that made you go, week 4. I look at it this way. We often neglect to realize when something's not meant for us, right? Let's say you're let's be honest, middle-aged white guy who loves football and you're going to watch no matter what. They got you hooked. You're watching the Super Bowl and everything involved with the NFL playoffs. You're watching Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, Sunday nights. You're locked in. They got you. They don't need to get you anymore. So it's very clear that last year with Kendrick Lamar and this year with Bad Bunny, they are shooting younger. They're going for different ethnic backgrounds. They're going global. The NFL playing games in Ireland and Spain and Mexico. The game's expanding. The fan base is trying to expand. So Bad Bunny, to me, is just a clear indication that, you're not the demo they're going after. You're locked in, middle-aged white guy. And I'm in that group. If they wanted middle-aged white guy, if they wanted to super serve the 40 to 60-year-old dude, Metallica is the answer. But they're going after the younger generation. You're always going after the younger generation. People love to point out with alcohol sales and why they used to always have mascots for alcohol and cigarettes and stuff. Because they're really subconsciously trying to get the next generation. So
Parker Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. You know how you're getting ready to go somewhere, you're already feeling good, you kind of already like there mentally. That's Rob today. Rob is so excited. He's got his trip coming up this weekend. My boy is getting honored at his alma mater, so he's excited about that, man. All right, thank you to Ephraim Salaam, who joined us just moments ago. Go check out the podcast coming up a little bit. Rob G, take care of that. If you missed anything, you can always check it out there. All right, it is now time for Shekel City.
Oh, is it my go?
Yes, your go. I told you already gone.
All right. Last night, I was just 1-0 because I just had the second game of the Bengals and Denver, right? So I had that. No,
That's what the NFL gave us last night, the snooze fest.
It was pretty bad. But anyway, I was 1-0. I'm now 27-25 on the season.
There you go. There you go.
I'm good with that. I'm over 500. Really good. And here are my picks. Tigers -1.5. That didn't work out because they only won by one.
They only won by one.
So that
for me, it worked out, but not for your bet.
Exactly. That was my best bet, but I did have the Tigers. See?
Yeah, you did have the Tigers.
I had Tigers be my best bet.
It's true.
Yankees -1.5. I had the Padres plus 1.5. They lose by 2, 3-1, so that didn't work out. And
Vegas be knowing, boy.
And I have the Reds plus 1.5 runs.
Okay.
So again, Reds plus 1.5, Padres plus 1.5, Yankees minus 1.5, and the Tigers minus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, there you have it. It is now time for your Tarik play of the day.
There was Dan Dickerson.
Yep.
My man Dan. I've known Dan for 35 years.
Man, who don't you know? The crazy part, I've known you about
right
a long, long time. All right, that is your Tarik play of the year, play of the day, Tigers Radio right there on the call. Play of the day brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. They'll come to you, TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Raji, we have any sound on that? All right, so WNBA talk, believe it or not, that's because one of their best players, Nafisa Collier, went nuclear on this here day. Here's what she had to say about the WNBA commissioner.
At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them.
So this gets interesting, Rob, because I think it's the right message, but you could argue the wrong messenger. So I'll start with why the wrong messenger. Now, Nafisa Collier is one of the best players. We know that without a doubt, but she talked about the Unrivaled League. Well, she is a
conflict of interest.
Yeah, she has an investment in that. She's the founder of it. Her husband is the president.
I wish she would get up there. And you know what? I'm going to say this. The WNBA commissioner didn't really like focusing on all that and was really nice. But I'm going to tell you.
You're talking about her reply.
Without going into all that or responding to all of that. But for her to have a rival league and destroy the WNBA and all this stuff sound like private conversation, man, I got an issue with it.
Well, hold on. We're not done, though, because she's also the vice president of the WNBA Players Association.
It's a conflict. So it's a conflict of interest, and I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. She can complain about whatever, but she has a rival league. Yeah, let me destroy this. Let me put this out there so that everybody can go over to my league or whatever it is. It just doesn't feel good. Not in her position.
And that's why I said I get the message. That's why I said it's the right message, because I don't think the WNBA – I don't think they realistically, quietly, they might not admit it aloud. I don't think they were ready for this boom of attention, this boom of people being like, oh, what's going on? What are they going to do? Obviously, the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, they both come steaming out of college into their.
Yeah, but their revenue is not up for them to think that they should be making what the NBA
Right, but
plays.
I'm going bigger than just simple. Like, you can't change the salary out the blue. I'm talking more global, like bigger and ready to handle this. Handling Caitlin Clark in the Olympics, like putting her in there.
You can't
the
just
way they handle referees.
You just can't pay. I'm saying, like, with that league and where it like it's a 30-year track record of nobody watching and nobody showing up.
And
30 years, not it just started and you got to give it time. 30 years.
And I think there are some owners who have, because NBA owners, most of them own these teams too. I think there's owners who have enjoyed the tax write-off of this.
That's what it was.
And that's what it's become. So I think they now did not expect all of us to kind of be like, oh, wow, with Caitlin Clark, with Angel Reese, with Paige Beckers, you have attention. And that's why I think some of the players
There's
like, what are we doing with this?
There's still places that are getting 6,000 people every night.
But the conflict of interest does come when you are the president of the association, vice president association, and you're part of the other league. That doesn't look good when that's the person screaming the loudest for you. So you need some more voices to scream if you want change, because that just doesn't look good, because it looks like it's going to her advantage.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is.
Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations. That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports, and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win? It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
At Yankee Stadium tonight in a wild card series opener, Yankees still lead rival Boston 1-0. Top of the seventh, Anthony Volpe with an early home run. Max Fried went 6 1/3 scoreless with 6 strikeouts for the Yankees, 102 pitches thrown. Garrett Crochet in his 6 innings, 9 strikeouts for Boston, 94 pitches. As for the late game, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the Dodgers and Blake Snell will host 6th seed in the National League. Cincinnati, the Red starter is an L.A. native, Hunter Green. The Cubs beat the the Padres in Game 1 of a best-of-3 today at Wrigley, 3-1, as the Cubs hit back-to-back homers in the fifth. Detroit, 6th seed in the American League, won 2-1 at Cleveland, getting 2 unearned runs. The sale of the Tampa Bay Rays was finalized, and Angels manager Ron Washington will not return next season. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill had surgery on his dislocated knee and the torn ligaments. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. And don't forget, coming up, your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports. Also, in about 28 minutes or so, Adam Caplan, Fox Sports Radio, NFL Insider. And make sure you check out the brand new.
You all right over there?
I'm all right. The brand
Did
new.
Did Aaron Judge strike out? Is that
What's going on?
Choked up over there.
All of a sudden, you acting like they canceled your flight or something.
No, I just had a little burp or a little going on there. The new YouTube channel that we have. That's right. YouTube.com/@OddCoupleFSR. And if you're already on YouTube, just search Odd Couple FSR. And, of course, hit us up, subscribe, thumbs up icon, comment away, all that kind of good stuff. Also, this isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-lifetime generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. All right, so don't forget, Trash Talking's coming up. Adam Caplan. We got a busy hour number 2. And Rob G., as we know, the Dodgers are playing the final game of the day. We've already seen the Tigers win.
Yeah,
2 unearned runs, which is crazy for Cleveland. 2 unearned runs. They lose. The Padres lose in Chicago, 3-1 to the Cubs. Yankees
got a good one going right now.
Winning 1-0, but the Red Sox got second and third with
only one out.
Max Fried came out after 6 1/3 innings, and Luke Weaver has a walk and a double, so the Red Sox are in business here. Could take the lead on a hit, and then of course we got the Dodgers and the Reds. That's coming up, the final game of the night, starting at, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Rob G., just talk about the Dodgers for a sec.
Yeah, I like when you set the table and then
no,
ask
I
me
wasn't
to set the table
that.
a second
I
time.
want you to do it.
It's just kind of funny.
I want you to do even more.
Even more. You didn't put the silverware where we needed it.
By the way, Rob is broken again because the Yankees just gave up a go-ahead double or single.
It's 2-1.
2-1. And we all know Aaron Judge ain't going to come through in the clutch. So.
Oh, dang. Shots fired.
No, we talking about the Dodgers
MLB,
here.
bro, ducking right now.
The defending champion Dodgers taking on the Reds, who just snuck into the postseason. So by all accounts, this should be a walkthrough series. By anybody who covers the league or who sets the odds, they're saying, hey, Dodgers should roll in a romp. Not only do they have the reigning MVP and soon-to-be back-to-back MVP in Ohtani top of the lineup, they got postseason performers up and down that roster. If there's any concern with the Dodgers, it's with the bullpen, right? But entering this postseason, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, and Ohtani have collective ERAs in the month of September of 2.25, 0.67, 0.00. And if you're worried about the bullpen, don't worry about it because they're bringing starters Tyler Glasnow, Roki Sasaki, and Emmett Sheehan in there. So by all accounts, you're looking at the fully formed Avengers Dodgers ready to defend their World Series championship. And for whatever reason, people are saying, hey, if they don't get it done, this season is a bust, even though we all know that baseball is a crapshoot in the playoffs. And I seem to think that you guys agree with the naysayers.
I do think that the Dodgers, on paper, right? It has been an uneven season. We've talked about it. On paper, they're still the best team. They spent, $1 billion in the offseason, and I'm obviously being facetious.
Barely.
But you get my point. They spent a lot of money on paper. People thought this was going to break the 25-year, right? It's been 25 years, right, since the Yankees won back-to-back, and that the Dodgers would have the team to be able to do it. They win the World Series last year. But there have been, issues going forward. All you got to do is get it together for the next 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, and you could win a championship if players play the way that they're capable of playing. And that's a big if, because all year there's been some issues, and the Dodgers have made moves, as Rob G just chronicled, with putting other people in the bullpen because the bullpen was basically a gas can. It was so bad. But I will say this. If anybody was supposed to repeat, it's this Dodger team. And if they don't win the world, it will be a failure. This was a team coming in, and I think you would agree with me, that people thought had every chance to win again. Fair?
Yeah. I mean, some people thought it wasn't fair because you already are World Series champs. Then you go and get a Blake Snell, right? Then you already, you're bringing back some guys who've helped you before. Your second year into some other guys who've come on the team. I mean, people looked at this as, remember we were literally talking, is it fair? Who do we have? We had the Yankees talking about it. I don't like, it's not fair what the Dodgers are doing. So, yeah, a lot of people have been complaining, from owners, GMs, and let alone fans across the conversation. Are the Dodgers now the new evil empire? So I'm with you that the expectations were World Series title or bust. And I believe currently, as we sit here, less than an hour away from first pitch, it's still World Series or bust.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like what? When you have won your division 12 out of 13 years, you've been to 3-4 World Series over the last 6, 7, 8 years. You won a couple of them. I mean, you got, I believe, the best player in baseball, and you got some of the best pitchers. Like, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. There's no shock when we say the Kansas City Chiefs believe they're supposed to win championship. This is where they've built themselves up to be. There's no doubt that the Warriors, when they were on their run, they thought we're supposed to win championships. This is what we do. When Tiger Woods was rolling, I'm winning majors. Serena Williams, I better win a major. I'm not coming here to win a few matches. And so that's where the Dodgers have put themselves in a position where to win a wild card series and then go home, it's unacceptable. Just to sneak into the postseason, unacceptable. And that's where they are now. They're at the point where just winning a division doesn't count. Just being happy to be in the postseason doesn't count. It's all about, can we run off? Can we do some Yankee-type stuff, the late 90s,
right, with
early
Derek
2000s?
Jeter and that team when they won three out of 4.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they put together a dynasty. They were a dynasty. I always say it's either 3 in a row or 3 out of 4. Kind of put you in that. And you look at the Dodgers roster and the players they have, and you said, dude, they got the makings of this. If anybody's going to be able to come back and win another championship, it is the Dodgers. And I think them more than any other team, not even the Yankees. Remember, people forget that they lost their race.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole.
And he's still mad about Game 5 of last year in the World Series.
Right. And they didn't cover first base. Aaron Judge dropped the ball in center field that they could have easily forced to Game 6, and then the Dodgers were out of pitching. We talk about all the time. That could have been something that happened there. Yeah, it was a big play. But the Dodgers are in a class by themselves, and I do believe that. I do believe that that not winning will be a disappointment all the way around, and people will say, well, what happened? What went wrong? Why was this team, Mookie struggled for 4 months, was just a shell of himself, has bounced back, with that
amazing September.
Yeah, so that's a good sign. And Ohtani had, big numbers, not the numbers that he had a year ago, where he had 130 RBIs and he batted over 300. Ohtani batted 284, 5 or something like that. Still had 55 home runs. It's a great season, and he's going to win the National League
MVP
and all that. But anything less than that, I think the Dodgers are the team that will look back and go, like, we blew an opportunity. Why weren't we good enough? And they almost not have to win, but they need to win.
No. They have to win because that's what they've built themselves. If you couldn't get certain players, right? We tried to get so-and-so. We could. We were in the Ohtani.
No, they got everybody, right?
Blake Snell will be a great addition to our staff, but we missed him. You're getting the players. You still have some young guys to match with the veterans, and then you got guys still just dead smack in the middle of their prime. You have an amazing home field advantage. Like you can go down the line of reasons why you'd feel good about situations for the Dodgers. Like, man, if we can get series in LA, we're good. We got obviously a manager who's been here at this point for such a long time. Like, all the things are in favor. And Rob G alluded to something. The last month, their starters started getting healthy and started wheeling and dealing. You got Ohtani going, he's going to go about an inning. He's going to go 2 innings. He's going to go 3 innings. He won't go over 4. Wait a minute, he went 5. Okay, he went 6 innings. You started to see the build-up. Blake Snell comes back. Glasnow comes back. I mean, you even had Kershaw out there willing and dealing, who didn't even make the roster. That's how confident you feel. Said Kershaw will get back to you a little bit later on. So, yeah, they're built to win this year despite it all, despite having some ups and downs and ebbs and flows throughout the season. So, absolutely, they'll be disappointed if they don't win. And to your point earlier, you and I have talked about this. Somebody's got to repeat, and I'm sure they're looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, why not us?
If anybody, it should be because of what they've able to do, their resources, where they are. They have a ownership that's aggressive. We're trying to win now. We're not talking about they're not sitting back. They could have easily won and said, "Hey, we won.
We're good we got 2 in the last 4 or 5 years."
Right, exactly. And this one wasn't in a
COVID
year, right? This was a legit full season, and we beat the Yankees, and we should be good, and we should be happy. I mean, they could be, but they didn't do that.
I agree. I think they know that. And everybody who Kike Hernandez comes back, guy Blake Snell, all these guys who sign on, you know what you're getting into. Like, you're not coming here, like you said, just to have some fun, compete, maybe win 80 games. So you're coming here knowing the expectations are World Series, not just expectation to make the playoffs. It's World Series. Nice play there by Judge.
Did he drop it?
No, he caught it.
Okay.
No, it's not. It wasn't the 5th. Boys having game 5, 5th inning. They can't even breathe. You let your mouth get ready to say,
No, you know
they're swinging on you.
YouTube saw them for the radio audience. Judge makes a nice catch, right? So as Kelvin is talking, Rob immediately turns to look at him like, you saw that catch, right? And then he tries to play it off like,
did he catch? I wasn't going to call him out. Hey, Rob G, I was going to stall him out. He acted like he didn't see it. What did he catch? Bro, you got 2 New York Yankee TVs on here.
No. The camera's in the way. I couldn't see where the ball went.
Okay, did he catch it? You go good and well.
That was just Cody. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it was just a
you know what? You guys kill me. You really do. Was that
Which, by the way, you got these hats in front. What am I promoting? Hold on. Look at these. Okay, Stronger. Make sure.
All right. 877.
No.
Trash talking. Sorry, it's a trash talking day. That's right. Coming up, we're going to get into trash talking. We got some more stuff to do, though.
Yep. On the way, man, we got to have a conversation about somebody who is an ace and showed you what aces do. We'll tell you who it was and how great he was. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. That the Chiefs' explosive offense was coming. I told y'all. I said they get Xavier Worthy back. What does he do? He gets 38-yard run. Then obviously he gets 20 and 30-yard passes all over the place. They get Rashee Rice coming back in another couple of weeks. Don't make that face, Ryan. I saw you in here. They're coming. They're getting explosive more and more. Patrick Mahomes, boy, for 2 seconds.
What did Worthy have? What were his numbers? What were his explosive numbers?
He had the 38-yard run.
No, I mean his total numbers. What did he have? 200 yards?
He only had, but no, I said I don't need him to do. I need him to make a 38-yard run.
I just wanted to
I need him to have a 25 and a 30-plus yard catch.
What were they?
That's all I need him to do.
Can you look that up, Ryan? Give me his big-time numbers since he came back.
Patrick Mahomes to hit me with 264 yards.
Wow.
4 touchdowns.
Was that 300
25
yards?
and 37, and complete obliteration and dominance over the Baltimore Ravens. And then there's the other side of the ball where they said You know what, Lamar? You are who you are. You play the ball. You play the position very well. But dang it, Lamar, we're going to make you look like it's the playoffs where you have been questionable at times. Lamar out here throwing bad interceptions. Lamar Jackson's out here running in. He got a back fumble, running to the back of his lineman, fumbling the ball. Looks bad on the couple of third down conversions. It had them all frazzled, and it looked like a pure dominance from the team. Yes, the Ravens defense is not great. We know that. But the Chiefs did what they were supposed to do. If you got a bad defense, let me exploit it. Your defense is sucking right now. Let me go ahead and put some points up on your head to the tune of 37. So they did exactly what they want to do. And then I told you that the Ravens were going to start falling apart when they said, that's why I said it's a must win when we were talking about that, said for Detroit. Because if you're the Ravens, you lose, you're going to start falling apart. And then they go to the Chiefs, they fall apart, and they're getting literally fall apart. Guys are getting hurt all over the side, all over.
It's called the National Football League.
Without a doubt. And Lamar's frazzled. And I've seen now him and Derrick Henry in 2 weeks, both slamming helmets, falling all over benches and everything. So I just think the Chiefs are going to look.
They went at a 75% clip. So
they do.
Course. Well, so when you start 1-3, they're just too talented to be 1-3. I don't. All the helmet slamming and all that. That's childish. Okay, I agree. That's childish.
I'm just not used to seeing them like this right now. Frazzle John Harbaugh don't know what he's doing.
Well, what did I say? Week 1.
Was that week 1? Yeah, you want him gone.
Okay. That was week 1.
Yeah, it was week 1.
Okay, so I stand on what I said. Go back. People said to me, Rob, you're overreacting.
I was
prisoner of the moment. Oh, did John Harbaugh, what are you saying? What are you going to do? No, this is what I was saying, and this is what I was talking about, because it ain't about the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday.
What?
It ain't. In 3 of their losses, they're giving up 41, 37, and 38. Like they're almost giving up 40 points a game. You're not winning anything. I don't care. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, I don't care. Defensively, the Lions, they're still rushing for yards. 200, like the Lions can run the ball. 250 yards on the ground at home? Seriously. Their defense is like a golf course. Like Swiss cheese, there are holes everywhere. And my point is, this has been going on for a while. And unless you're going to fire the defensive coordinator or make some changes, or John Harbaugh and say, dude, like he's been here for a long time, this keeps happening. They got on paper, they have way too much talent. We talk about it all the time. At some point, you can't keep doing the same thing. You can't keep running the same people and the same coaches out there. That's why, like the Giants weren't expected. San Francisco Giants, were they expected to win anything this year? No. What'd they do? They ran Bob Melvin out after 2 years of and I get it. John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl. That was many moons ago. Like at some point, we need you to do something else. Like there's no reason. And all I'm saying is, yes, Kansas City got off. They're 2-2. The Ravens are 1-3. Kansas City still has other teams in games. That was like a one-off, and unbelievable how bad they had been offensively that they finally got. Patrick Mahomes didn't even have 300 yards, but he got 4 touchdowns, and he had a good game. And Lamar struggled and whatnot. I'm not writing off the Ravens only because of the division that they're in. The division, and the one team who I said was going to win more than 10 games, better bet on it, is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have now 3 wins, 1 loss, and haven't won 1 game at home yet. Like 1 home game, which is really, really a great start if you were to ask somebody.
Yeah, I mean, they credit them for winning games that if you were watching the game, they could have lost. They could have lost to the Patriots. They could have lost, who was it the first one? The Bears. And they found a way to win, so I credit them. But I want to go back to the Ravens. The issue I have with the Ravens is when the ish hits the fire, John Harbaugh, something seems a little bit off with the play call. When they're going to go for 4th down, should we do this? Lamar Jackson gets a little tight when the defense can't lock down and buckle down. And you can't have all 3 phases, to me, be frazzled and looking frantic. Fox Sports Radio, easily hip-hop album of the year, The Clips. It is the Outcome with Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday, about 20, 25 minutes away from Trash Talking Tuesday. Adam Caplan coming up in about 8 minutes or so as well. This is not just a game. Nope, it is a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. Rob, we talked about it, man. Baseball starting today, wild card series. We had a couple of good games early. We got one going on, tight one right now with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Then we got one coming up a little bit later, Dodgers and Reds. So we had two teams earlier in the Tigers and the Guardians who have been going completely separate ways. Guardians have been the best team in baseball for a couple of weeks. The Tigers have been the worst. You and I came on every day like, are they even going to make the postseason? And ultimately they did. And they ended up getting a great, great game from their ace. When you talk about what Skubal was able to do, it reminded me and you have talked about old school baseball. You've been covering the league since when?
1986.
1986.
I know.
And one of the things I always talk about is, we're such in an analytical age where they already have everything mapped out. We know you're going to go 4, then you're going to come in for 5 and 6, and you're going to come in 6 and 7, and they have it all mapped out. And I don't know if this is what exactly the Tigers had or if they just had a gut feeling. I don't know. But Skubal was able to go 7 2/3, and this is what I loved about the performance from him. 7 2/3. Set a personal record with 14 strikeouts. 14 strikeouts in a big game. This is a series of 3, best of 3. 107 pitches, which I was shocked. That's his career high. I was like, I thought it'd be a little higher than that. But, this is modern day baseball.
Right. They're not trying to burn people out.
107 pitches.
It ain't like Nolan Ryan, 235 pitches in a game. Seriously.
That's just crazy.
Like, go look that up. And he made his next start.
Yeah. Y'all, when am I? In 5 days? I'll see y'all then.
Right.
But what I also loved about him, he was still throwing 100+ late into that game. But I just thought it was awesome to see him compete. I thought it was awesome to see the Tigers, again, put him on the mound and keep him out there and let him go straight to the closer, Vest, who got caught in a jam. Ramirez got the third, was able to get out of them, tag him out, and ultimately win the game. But I just loved what we saw from them, able to just say, keep the kid going. Rob G, when I were talking, Rob G thought after 7, they were like, all right, cool, they'll pull him out now. After the 6, get him out. That's kind of what baseball does. And they said no, and he got 7 2/3, man, and he looked great. And they needed it, too, because we mentioned it, outside of a couple of games they won towards the end there, they had been floundering. And they needed the way to find a win and start to stack them up if you can.
But that win, to me, like, other than Skubal, I don't trust like the rest of what the Tigers have.
I don't have an argument there.
And my thing was they have to win that game because if they don't, I just think it's really, really hard. You're only going to pitch. It's a 3-game series. He only gets to pitch one. So you kind of got to win the game that he's pitching.
Because you're banking on that.
Yeah, and even though they got 2 unearned runs, that's how because of misplays by Cleveland, but still he was the one who was able to stop Cleveland, and they only had a run. And then it looked like the Tigers' bullpen was going to give it up. Man on third with nobody out in the bottom of the ninth. Strikeout, a comebacker to the mound, and where they got the runner caught up between third and home, tagged out Ramirez, and then they get a fly ball with a runner on first to win the game. So, this is what those moments come where you have – and you're looking for your ace to come in and do that for you. And all these games this time of year are close. Like you look at the scores. The Padres 3-1, 2-1, Red Sox over Yankees. Like this is postseason baseball where you have the best pitching going. It's not like people always say like, well, what happened to the offense? Like what happened to the offense in the play? Well, because the best pitchers are pitching. Yep. And it's just totally different. Every pitch is big.
On the
yes, it's totally different. And it doesn't mean that there's never any offensive explosions in the playoffs. Yes, but you see some of the best pitching, and bats seem to shrink.
Yeah, I mean the pressure's on, right? This isn't just game 83, some random game in May or June or July. I mean, this all the pressure's on. Every pitch matters. You were talking about it off the air. You can't walk guys. I mean, you're nervous on those catches. in the if you're in the infield or the outfield. So yeah, it changes the game for sure. But I just thought that was awesome to see an ace be allowed to be an ace, Rob. My gosh, a game where we only saw 2 pitchers from a team. Can you imagine that?
Right.
in the 2020s? What, in the 1986 was I looking at right there? I thought it was awesome to see that. But if you're the Tigers, you got to take full advantage of that. You got to take full advantage of. It's a mental thing, and you've been covering sports long enough to know. I said up here, we've talked to athletes. It's a mental thing. If the Tigers have to erase everything that led up to getting to the postseason, right?
Yeah,
the matter.
You're in the play once you get in. Yeah, you can't worry about how awful the finish was, because it was bad. I mean, like they on merit, they shouldn't have made the playoffs. As bad as it was to give up a 15.5. Because remember, Cleveland won. The reason the 3 games are in Cleveland is because they won the division,
which is crazy.
When you think about it,
15.5 lead. To lose that. But that's why, you got to mentally check out and just say, you know what, clean slate, we're all in. And none of us really know. We've talked about it all the time. That's the thing about baseball. Big market team, small market, mid-sized team, we don't know. You don't know who's going to win. I don't know. Is it the Yankees? Is it the Dodgers who are favored? Is it the Mariners? Is it the
this
Phillies?
Year, as we said, we think it's a crapshoot. I think it's wide open. Dodgers on paper should win, but the way that the year went.
The Brewers had their number all year.
Right, but the Brewers, to me, they might have peaked too early. They went 29-4. Baseball has a way of correcting that sometimes. Okay, Rob G, what do you got on YouTube?
Just real quick before we get to Steve's award-winning update, I got to feed the odd mob because they're coming in hot and heavy as usual. Number 1, this comes from Dwight Brown Jr. Says, I hit the blizzy at lunch, then I hear Rob and Kelvin argue every day. All love. Mike Wootson says Rob got some Henny in his cup. He on fire today. And this is from
I'm always on fire. What? They always say Rob's drunk. I'm not just drunk. I don't drink on the air.
He drinks before the show. And then Adam Castro tweets in, or excuse me, YouTube comments in, Rob got his pom-poms out for Aaron Judge like Draymond has for LeBron all the time.
Oh, my.
We'd love to see it. Thank you, Odd.
Oh, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. And you know this, Rob G. 5 years ago when I put him on my top 5 best sluggers of all time, people said too premature. You know what I mean? Because he was getting hurt a lot back then, and they thought I was crazy. And I told you the reason I did it was real simple. When the Yankees made that Judge's chamber for him, they've never singled out. That's the Yankees. They never had anything for Derek Jeter. Played there for 20 years, won 5 championships, right?
Yep.
Never had anything for him.
I almost feel like that's more of an indictment. Why you ain't do that for Jeter?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. That's
all I heard.
That told you where Aaron Judge is.
So championships don't matter now. We want a batting average of 347.
No, I'm just saying.
Is that what
it just told you about him. That's
all right. On the way, we have Adam Caplan. We'll talk some NFL headlines with him right now. Steve Sager is going to give us what's trending. Come on, where's the Jeter section?
Yeah, he doesn't have the good nickname.
I know.
That's part of it. It's all marketing, You were talking
I'm going to come up with something. By the time you're done, I'm going to come up with something.
The Cleveland Guardians you were talking about, their offense this season was near the bottom in runs scored, and they're just punchless outside of Jose Ramirez, and that was on display today as they lost at home to Detroit 2-1. The Cleveland offense went 4 for 30, 15 strikeouts, barely got the ball out of the infield. Detroit gets 2 unearned runs and wins the game in front of attendance of just 26,000 in Cleveland today. Tarik Skubal, the winning pitcher, 7 2/3 innings, 14 strikeouts. Also in the American League, Yankee bullpen not good again. Boston leads New York 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Since July 1st, the Yankee bullpen has the worst ERA in the American League, over 5. So they ruin a great start from Max Fried tonight. In fact, he got 19 swings and misses. He went 6 1/3 scoreless with 6 strikeouts, 102 pitches. Luke Weaver allows a 2-run pinch single to Masataka Yoshida. In fact, Weaver did not get an out in relief. 2 hits, a walk, and 2 runs allowed. It's Boston 2. Yankees 1, bottom of the 8th, and the starter Garrett Crochet is still in there for the Red Sox with 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks. By the way, Boston pitcher Lucas Giolito is expected to miss the postseason with his bad elbow. In a National League wildcard opener today at Chicago, the Windy City, hitting into the wind. The Cubs hit back-to-back homers in the 5th. Cubs beat the Padres 3-1. Padres offense got back-to-back doubles in the 2nd inning and then went 2 for 25 the rest of the game. game. The late game in about a half an hour in L.A. will have the Dodgers hosting the 6th seed in the NL, the Cincinnati Reds, who will have a Los Angeles native Hunter Green on the mound against the Dodgers' Blake Snell. Reds pitcher Nick Lodolo will be in the bullpen this series. He just pitched in relief Sunday as they barely got into the playoffs. Dodger catcher Will Smith is on the roster this week. He took batting practice last night after his broken hand. He's barely played this month. LA outfielder Michael Conforto is not on the roster for this round. Dodger third baseman Max Muncy is back this week after a bruised leg and other injuries. Angels manager Ron Washington will not return next season. The Twins on Monday fired their manager. Giants had fired their manager. Texas parted ways with manager Bruce Bochy, but Cardinals skipper Oli Marmol will return. The Mets manager returns. The Pirates gave the job full-time to the interim skipper. Reportedly, Arizona's keeping Torey Lovullo. The sale of the Tampa Bay Rays was finalized. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill had surgery on his dislocated knee. Golden State re-signed forward Jonathan Kuminga, and they've signed guard Seth Curry as well. Back to you.
Look at that, a family reunion in the Bay. You got both of the Curry brothers in there. All right, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Our couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Trash Talking coming up here in about 10, 12 minutes or so.
Might as well start lining up, right?
Yeah, 877-99 on Fox if you want to line up for Trash Talking Tuesday, 877-99 on Fox. And by the way, this isn't just a game. It is a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. We're joined now. Adam Caplan is our guest, Fox Sports Radio NFL insider, Caplan NFL on X. Adam, what's up, man?
How are you?
Guys, I'm well. One of these days, I'm going to join you for Trash Talking Tuesday. One of these days.
Well, there you go. Stick around. All you got to do is stick around.
That's
the next segment.
There you go. A little Trash Talking Tuesday. We love it. Adam, I was talking trash about Aaron Glenn and his start with the Jets. If he loses to the Cowboys, he will be 0-5, the first Jets coach to go 0-5 to start, with that franchise. And last night, they looked bad. 13 penalties. Yeah. Just they really weren't. Miami's a bad team, and the Jets look worse.
Yeah, I thought they'd be more competitive, Rob, to be honest with you. Talking to a pretty plugged-in team source. Glenn came in, and he wanted to change around the culture because, he played there, and he knew that certain things had to change. And he got some things done, I'm told, inside the building, the way they would change some things up. But they're a really bad football team. Again, not nearly as good as I thought. Justin Fields, look, he missed a little time. He had a concussion. He did some good things last night. But now, we got to understand, he's got what we call a turnaround program. You got to give it time. I get it. Look, they're bad. One of the NFL's worst teams, but Rob, if you've looked at that team historically for decades, they've been so bad for so long. Them being bad is not a surprise, but you've got to give it some time.
I get it, but to think as bad as they've been, they've never been 0-5. And last night against Miami, I'm Miami scuffling. That's what got me sent off. Is that they didn't compete. You know what I mean? I know the score looked better than it really was. And I think that's the part. And in the NFL now, it's just nobody has a 5-year plan anymore. Like that's just
I agree.
That's just not where we are. You got to get things not make the playoffs your first year, but compete, not commit 13 turnovers. That's it. Let's move on.
We'll move on. Yeah, give them 8 weeks, something. Dang, it's only 4. They could have been 2-2. Adam, they get a block field goal,
and all that,
and they should have beat the Steelers. They'll be sitting here 2-2. We'd be saying, "Wow, I didn't think they would be 2-2." Yeah, okay. Hey, Adam, I want to go to a team. Now we're going to look up. Rob and I will be up in the Bay Area covering Radio Week. I'm sure you'll be there. And will it be the Chiefs representing the AFC again? Are we heading towards this as they get healthier? Rasheed Rice getting off suspension in a matter of a couple of weeks. Worthy look good. I mean, are we kidding ourselves with the Ravens or the Bills or the Chargers? Are we going to be right back there again with the Chiefs?
It's interesting, Kelvin. When you look at the Chiefs, you mentioned Rasheed Rice not being there. I could tell you Tyquan Thornton, who's come out of nowhere, is a former second-round receiver for the Patriots. I saw him in their training camp. He was too thin. He never did a thing. It was a total miss by Bill Belichick. But he has been a breath of fresh air, and they've needed it. He's really helped them. And how about Travis Kelce is getting his snaps reduced because they're kind of giving him some load management which is wild. Look, their defense is healthy. The Chargers had a tough loss where they didn't play particularly well, and they lose it to the Giants, and that certainly was disappointing. But yeah, the Chiefs. Listen, guys, had the Chiefs lost this game by going back 35 years, the Chiefs would have had a less than 2% chance to make the playoffs. But it was kind of like a must-win, and they should. And you look at the Chiefs this week. This is a game they clearly should win. With the Chargers losing, they could still win that division. There's no question about it.
Let me ask you about surprising starts. The Steelers, 3-1, and the biggest thing to me, Adam, is they haven't won a game at home yet. That's a pretty darn good start. I know one game was neutral, but still, they're 3-1.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to someone there today. What they felt was Rodgers and Metcalf and the other pass targets were not on the same page. This is their best game. He got Metcalf on that crosser for the touchdown.
That was beautiful in stride.
Yeah, and Rodgers is healthy, by the way. Now, the guy spoke to say, hey, listen, he may not move quite like he used to. His arm strength is still good, moves around just enough. They think, Rob, this is the best offensive line they've probably had in 10 years. They got the right tackle, Fatano, back. Their first rounder last year, he didn't play. Now, they got a little bit of an issue at running back. Kenny Gainwell did a great job last week, but they got to get Jaylen Warren back from his injury. They're still, as I'm told, they're still looking for another receiver. They're in the receiver market, so that's something when we get closer to October's late October's deadline. That's something they're probably going to look to get done. Now they got it in. Jalen Ramsey's got a hamstring injury, which is concerning. They got to get him healthy, but they're playing well. Look, you know what's crazy, guys? They're in an odd way. They're sort of in the driver's seat. The Ravens are 2 games back. The Bengals are not good.
Right.
They're week 2-2. The Cleveland's terrible. Yeah, I'll admit it. I picked Baltimore all the way. I'm not even close right now. I'm a little surprised, Rob. You brought up a good one. I did not see the Steelers being 3-1 at this point. I would agree.
No, it's really incredible. Like, because a lot of people were down on them. Kelvin didn't think they would. What'd you say?
9-8.
Yeah, I think they have a chance to win 10 or 11 games.
I still feel confident about that 9-8.
Yeah, I'm not there. I want to get to.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask you. We look at the NFC, and Eagles are 4-0. They're kind of maybe the weirdest 4-0 team reigning Super Bowl champ. I don't know what to make of them. So you can say maybe they're the answer to this question.
Because they've won 18 in a row.
They have.
I mean,
are they the best team in the NFC still? Is it the Lions? Is it the Packers, even though they're 2-2? Who's the best team is it the Rams, who probably felt like we should have beaten the Eagles, stands for them hiring Dikembe Mutombo to block our field goals. God bless the day.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Kelvin, on my training camp tour, this rarely happens. Like, when I talk to personnel people or coaches, particularly personnel people, like, I go, hey, who do you think is the team we're not talking about? And one of the personnel guys I spoke with said, you know what, it's so wide open this year, I don't think there are any dominant teams. And honestly, for 4 weeks, like, you could Buffalo, and there are only 2 undefeated teams, Philly and Buffalo. Neither team is very great.
Yeah.
Like, Buffalo's defense, they've had an easy schedule. Their defense has got issues with pass rush and secondary. Philly, Kelvin, you're absolutely right. They have no identity. They can't run the ball. They don't throw the ball well consistently. Their offensive line, which has been the best for a decade, is not playing well. But their defense is kind of carrying them. Hurts has had an uneven 4 games. It's wide open, to be honest with you. I think it's still wide open. Washington's beat up physically. And the Niners are beat up physically. Now, Detroit, after a bad week 1, their offense is playing lights out. Now, I have a problem with Detroit's pass rush. I want to see Detroit when they play a tougher schedule. They still got to play the Eagles. They got to play the Vikings again. They have some Green Bay, of course, who they lost to in week 1. But they've been on an unbelievable roll. And John Morton, their offensive coordinator, in my reporting, I remember, and when he got fired in 2017, the players did not believe in his system. Mm-hmm. But he is running his version of Ben Johnson's system, I'm told. He's dialing it up. He's doing a great job. I'll give the guy credit.
Yeah, they look good, obviously.
How about Green Bay? That's what I want to get to. How bad of a loss was that? I mean, it was a tie, but how bad was that that they couldn't take care of the Cowboys.
It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. A team that they should absolutely smoke. The Cowboys' defense is almost to the non-competitive state. Now, Green Bay had a couple of receivers out, but they had no trouble scoring. But the problematic issue for that football team is their secondary. They're not very good at corner. I knew this before the season started. No CeeDee Lamb, and Dallas had no problem. Dak, by the way, you wouldn't know this by the record of 1-2-1. And he won't get, if he continues to play at this level, he still won't get MVP consideration. He's playing great.
He is. He is.
Their defense is terrible. And Green Bay's got a secondary problem at corner. They are well below average at corner, and it's not going to get any better. And Parsons has been fine since the trade, but they have a problem at corner. So, Rob, you bring them up. I'll admit it. I picked Green Bay. I picked Green Bay in the middle of August to win the division.
Yep.
I'm not backing off of it, but I'm very disappointed with what I've seen from them the last 2 weeks.
It's okay. You can come on and jump on
No
this
doubt.
Lions bandwagon.
Don't
It's
do
all right,
it.
Adam.
Don't get on that Lions bandwagon.
Appreciate
All right.
you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
What's that, guys?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you.
No doubt. All right. Adam Caplan, thank you as always, man. All right, Trash Talking Tuesday, Rob. 877-99 on Fox. We are there.
Hop on.
You want to hit us up? 877-99 on Fox. Trash Talking Tuesday. We'll do it next. Fox Sports Radio.
Guy who has gone through a period where he's the most dynamic athlete in the league. We okay saying that? Like, that's probably how I would contextualize it. I saw a game when they played the Chargers. He had 2 touchdowns in the first half, literally on his own. You know, one was a fumble he picked back and ran for a touchdown. The picked up and ran for a touchdown. The other was a handoff that he ran for a touchdown. Like, he's that sort of freak. And so if you take away one of those guys' legs or one of his superpowers, what is he like when he comes back? I don't know. You add in the off-the-field problems with the on-the-field issues of getting along with his quarterback and his head coach, and you have yourself an interesting scenario that I do wonder if it's coming, which is, are the Dolphins actually going to be a better team without him? And I know I've been the guy who's been critical of Skip Bayless back when Kevin Durant was hurt early on in the NBA Finals. Are the Warriors better without Kevin Durant? They're not. The difference is that though Tyreek Hill has superhuman powers, and he's an unbelievable athlete, he's also an unbelievable pain in the arse. And he makes everything harder, not easier, despite the fact that he's arguably, or maybe inarguably, the most talented guy on the offensive side of the ball, definitely on their team, but maybe in their division and maybe in the entire league.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Trash Talking Tuesday. We'll hurry up and do this so we can get to that. We got a bunch of calls, so we'll get straight to it. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. I hear you, the way tire buying should be. This isn't just a game. It's once-in-a-generation event, the Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. It's now time for Trash Talking Tuesday.
What he done said. All right, let's get it kicked off. Come on, Orlando and El Paso. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Orlando?
Trashing the Odd Couple's telecommunication system because it's been 5 weeks and I can't get on my favorite segment. No, I'm just kidding. You guys.
Okay. I hope, I hope it's
Elijah and Rob G looked up. They were about they were like, hold on, what?
I'm just joking, man.
Yeah.
I love the show.
I hope. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I hope it's a little difficult to get on. Otherwise, it would mean nobody's listening. Okay.
Hold on, man. I'm going to call this radio station. It's easy.
What you got?
Oh, so my bad. Here's what I'm trashing. I'm trashing this current generation of NBA players, guys.
Okay.
Every other league, whether it's football, even the college football players, they love Reggie Bush because I have heard them say personally, Reggie, they got your Heisman taken away from you, all those things because of the gifts you got, so on and so be it. But they always appreciate the previous generation that did it. I don't know what the deal is with Curry calling out former generations. I don't know what the deal is with J.J. Redick with his former comments. I just don't know why the NBA, specifically them, they always like to put down the previous generation that came back for them. I don't understand it.
You know what, Orlando? Thanks for
Appreciate
that.
the cost.
And we're on
it.
page with
It's
you.
a fair
on that.
point. Yeah, we've had some conversations about it. Who next?
Let's say JB in Redondo. You're on the, Redondo Beach. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, JB?
Absolutely. How you guys doing, fellas? I was just calling. I got two takes, man. When you like the Raiders and you're a Raiders fan, man, and you can find every way to lose in the world, that's a trash take right there. I don't know how many different ways we can lose. And secondly, my second take is, Rob Parker, how do you have the nerve to be on the radio when the first-year coach gets his opportunity and you basically saying he should lose his job when the Detroit coach started off the same way, 0 for 8, but then turned the situation around? Rob Parker, get off the radio, bro. Just get off the radio.
I wish I could get back at you, but I'm going to leave it. I can't do it.
Yeah. Get it tomorrow. Get it tomorrow.
Hey, Neil in Atlanta, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Neil?
I'm trashing the New York Jets. The whole organization is a mess, and I have to petition to move all Jets games overseas to Europe, to UK, to Germany, to Ireland. They got to go. And the only good thing that came out of that organization is Telly Savalas got his defensive gig back with the 49ers.
Robert Saleh at the crib. Like, what? I know.
Right, what I do? I got to beat Telly Savalas.
I'm just about to beat up, who was he about to fight?
I know.
He's about to fight another coach. Yeah.
From Jacksonville.
Yep.
Tim in Atlanta. Chili Tim, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Chili?
Rob, I'm about to pile it on you, man. I was content to sit tonight till I heard your take on Aaron Glenn. Look here, Rob. I mean, Bill Walsh, Bill Parcells all started like with 2 or 3 wins their first year. And I'm not saying he's going to be those guys, but I'm saying you never know. He could end up being Mike Dick, like the rah-rah coaches like Mike Singletary with my 49ers, and you lose the locker room guys like Vernon Davis and you get fired. Or he could be a rah-rah guy like Dan Campbell and turn it around. I mean, he was handed like Chef Ramsay gives you a box of ingredients and you don't know and tell you to make a gourmet meal out of it. I mean, give him a couple years, man, to like at least get through the draft, weed out the players, see who plays through the end of the year and keeps playing hard. But come on, man, 4 games in, come on, Rob Parker. All I heard was hate.
I can't respond. I'll let it go.
Yeah. You get one more real quick.
Bob in Ann Arbor, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Bob?
Hey, Rob. Hey, look, I'm from Metro Detroit. I got love for you. I know you got love for the city of Detroit. Sporty Cuss, they always clean me up nice when I go down there.
Very nice.
Hey, Rob, I got to trash you today, man, and you take on the Lions. I'm sorry. Look, I'll just hear me out for 1 second. You know, you always say when they win, oh, they haven't done anything special. Oh, they haven't done anything special the last 2 years. And I understand they haven't done well in the playoffs as well as we would have loved.
All right, we're out of time. We wish we couldn't. We're out of time. We are.
Bob, this is one time he's telling the truth,
it's
Bob.
True. I couldn't do anything.
But I'm with you, Bob.
It's Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio. You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports, and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
The Boston Red Sox have extended their lead at Yankee Stadium to 3-1 over New York in the top of the ninth inning. They took the lead on a 2-run pinch single in the seventh, ruining a great start from New York's Max Fried, who went 6 1/3 scoreless with 6 strikeouts. The starter for the Red Sox, Garrett Crochet, was spectacular. 11 strikeouts, no walks in 7 2/3 innings. This is the wild card opener, a best of 3, and Boston leads in New York. Top of the ninth, 3-1. Detroit won 2-1 at Cleveland today, getting 2 unearned runs. The Cubs beat the Padres 3-1, hitting back-to-back homers in the 5th. And starting up in about 5-10 minutes, the Dodgers are hosting Cincinnati in a Game 1, a wild card opener. That's Blake Snell against Hunter Green of the Reds. Angels manager Ron Washington will not return next season. Golden State re-signed forward Jonathan Kuminga, 1 year plus an option. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
That's all right. Keep trashing me. I'll remember all of this. It is the Odd Couple, hour number 3 on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And if you missed any of today's show, you'll want to catch the podcast. Rob G, can you delete out the trash talking part? I'm just saying.
Listen, man, when you were on vacation, Rob G, no, yours were cute. Come on, man. Aaron Glenn's better than that, man. Give him a chance. Man, I got personal stuff. Your mama ain't this. Your daddy ain't that. And I hope you'll never come back. And I mean, Rob G, am I lying?
That was all in one day.
It was
man,
all that.
It was personal.
It was bad.
I don't even watch you on Spectrum.
Man.
But I happen to know that you own Spectrum.
Right. Somebody told me, as always. So make sure you check out the podcast. That's right. Again, search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show and a best-of version posted right after we get off the show. Rob G's working on it as we speak. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, where they come to you, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And don't forget, in about 27 minutes, Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble from MLBBro.com, and, of course, Last Call. So we have a full hour to talk to you here on this fine radio network, Fox Sports Radio. And, Rob G., Giannis, media days have been happening all around the association, and they got to talk to Giannis from the Milwaukee.
Remotely, because Giannis, is one of the few people who still gets COVID these days and actually takes time away, which is wild. But yes, Giannis.
You want him to show up to work?
That's what they're making the rest of us do.
I love basketball.
Don't cough on me. I'm cool with you.
Nah, Rob, apparently Rob says he's the only guy who's never got COVID before still.
First of all, I've been here what he had. He just ain't test.
He didn't tell nobody.
He's just
what are you talking about? Why do I have to have it? I don't have it. I didn't get it.
Did you test?
See, no, and you're gonna put that. Don't talk about that right now because you're gonna give.
That's a fair point.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what
this is a
big weekend.
Rob's treating COVID like AIDS in the 90s.
No, stop.
Don't even talk about it because someone's gonna bring it in, and I don't want it.
No, Rob, you're gonna
don't put that in the atmosphere.
But have you been taking your vitamins?
I'm good. Stop.
All right.
Let's go.
Get some emergency just in case. Just get your vitamin C levels up. But, yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo missed Bucks Media Day because he had the Rona. He was doing it via Zoom, which is why we don't have sound of it. But he was asked by reporters, hey, we heard, it was well reported by several people, including ESPN Shams Charania, that you were considering demanding a trade out of Milwaukee. And Giannis, being the stand-up guy that he is, confirmed it. Here's what he said, quote, "Of course, yes, every summer there's truth to every report. I want to be on a team that gives me a chance to win a championship. It's a disservice to the game to not want to compete at a high level, to want your season to end in April. It's not the first time. I had the same thoughts last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. It's never going to change. I want to be among the best, complete with the best, and win another championship, period.
This is where we start to get into the pantheons of greats, right? This is where we start to have conversations of the pecking order of your top 10, your top 15, your top 20. And for me, I've said this. You and I have talked about it last season, during the NBA postseason, even just during the season. I expect more out of Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Greek freak, I want more out of him. He is a phenomenal player. He's an MVP candidate every year. He had an incredible season again last year, putting up MVP-type numbers. He is a 9-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA. This is another great one. 5-time All-Defensive, 2-time MVP, All-Star MVP, top 75 player all time. And then we go Finals MVP. We can go on and on and on. And this is why my expectations are higher for him. This is why I want him in the Eastern Conference is what we call it. Why hasn't he been to the finals a couple more times? I'm not saying he has to have 3-4 rings already. He still has another 6-7 years of a really good career. But I'm saying he should be in the finals a couple more times. He should be guys that are competing for finals instead of us coming into the season not even thinking about the Bucks. And there's too many seasons where we don't think about the Bucks for him to be on the team. And what's the point of being just that great where you're an MVP candidate? In the Eastern Conference where you have a chance. There's no behemoth in the Eastern Conference, right? He's not dealing with the Warriors of the West where I can't get past him. So I think if he was sitting right here in his third chair, he would be like, yo, Dub, I'm with you. I should be in the finals more often. I should have maybe one more ring. And I want him to be competing for that year in, year out. Instead, we come into the year and you're like, they'll maybe be a 3 seed, 4. Like, you don't have a high of enough expectation. And it doesn't make any sense because he didn't come in highly touted. We didn't really know him like that. But now you look at a guy like Jokic, same thing. Jokic, all right, you're an MVP candidate every year. I'm expecting you to be in the finals more because, again, when we typically get that caliber of player in the NBA, it's usually followed with some type of dominance. Right? You get a bunch of MVPs with Tim Duncan. He stays relevantly in the finals, obviously 2 and 5. LeBron stayed in the finals. Steph stayed in the finals. KD, once he got with the word, stayed in the finals. They don't even go back in the day. Isaiah Thomas and the Birds and Magic. So he's too good to, if another 5, 6, 7 years career ends, another MVP or 2, and he walked away with 1 finals appearance, 1 final win, that would be disappointing for the greatness. I mean, his reference page is littered with credentials. Literally, you know how you click on the more? It just keeps falling down with credentials. And I think it's okay and fair to have a higher expectation for the caliber of player that he is, especially in a conference where there's no dominance there. It's not like he's playing 2012 through 18 LeBron.
I could not disagree with you more. And I think I'll just give you a list. Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Patrick Malone, Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson, Elgin Baylor, Steve Nash, Chris Paul. What do all those great players have in common? They never won a championship. So Giannis, So Giannis is a made man in the NBA, and he's already won a couple of MVPs. He won a championship in Milwaukee without another top 50 player. And I'm not saying he doesn't want to win, but he did the unthinkable. Everybody was like, you're crazy. Why would you stay in Milwaukee? I heard you'll never win. Go to the Miami Heat. You remember that? Mm-hmm. He could have asked out. Go to Miami. Go play with LeBron. Go do something else. It was all out there. And he said, no, I'm not with all that. I'm not working out with these guys. I'm not doing any of that. I'm my own dog, and he won his own championship. That championship there, to me, means so much more than if you go team up with other people. This is one that he earned. He has mad respect from people because he was able to put it together, able to win a championship in a place that normally doesn't win. That normally doesn't win. And that is what you want, is to be able to win. And he's done all that. Now, if he gets another one, that would be great. But to look down on Giannis's career in Milwaukee and say he didn't accomplish enough? Please, I just gave you some of these great players. Chris Paul has been on a gazillion teams with a gazillion guys, and he can't win. It ain't that easy to win. Ask LeBron, who's played 24, 23 years and got 4 championships. And you're going to look at Giannis and question like, oh, well, he didn't have, his career wasn't that great because he only won one time. Are you kidding me? I think we are totally lost sight as how hard it is to win because a couple of people have won a lot. And you think everybody should be Tom Brady or everybody should be Michael Jordan. Those are not the guys that are normal. Most people don't get to win, or if they win one time, and they're very fortunate for that.
This is where we disagree. If you were talking baseball or football, I'd give you that more than the NBA. In the NBA, when you're that guy and you've kind of locked in, you have a chance to compete for a very long time because there's just 5 men on the court. And if you're that dominant, especially a guy like him on both ends of the floor, you typically do. I mean, look at Kawhi Leonard. He obviously was with the Spurs organization, but then he goes and wins with Toronto, and then he's competitive at least with the Clippers when he's healthy and when he's there, when he shows up. And my point is, Giannis is not even near the finals. It's let alone win another ring. He's not even in the finals competing. He's not losing heartbreakers in Game 7s and, man, I had a chance if I'm Charles Barkley. I just lost to Jordan. He's not even doing that. And that's the part for me that is more disappointing. Again, I don't expect him to walk around and do the Michael Jordan with the 6 rings picture on a Sports Illustrated or whatever it was. But dang it, you're too good, too talented year in, year out to not even be a thing, to not even be competing. And that's all I'm saying. I expect him to be competing and knocking on the door at least. He ain't even in the room.
Yeah, but I just think that people are way too thinking that you're supposed to win or be in the finals every year. It just doesn't work like that. And that's why I just gave you 15 names of great players who didn't get a chance to win a championship. And nobody's going to look at Charles Barkley and say he wasn't a great player, or Patrick Ewing, a guy I covered, or Steve Nash, who won 2 MVPs or whatever. And Giannis has done all that. And that's what I'm so impressed by is he did win 2 MVPs. He did win a championship on his own. Like that championship for a lot of people would be better than going to tack on and be on some other team and you're not the main guy. Giannis won that in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, of all places.
What you want that man to do, Rob? Retire? Yo, I got a ring. I'm out. No, he wants more. I didn't say that. He's too good to be out first round.
I don't know.
He is 1-7. This is how many in the last 2 playoffs. He has 1 win. No MVP candidate should be walking around here with 1 win.
LeBron got swept. Oh, no, they won 1 game. I'm sorry. In the first round.
Right.
With Luka.
LeBron is 67 years old.
All right. He's still out there.
I'm not even sure he's not 72. And that's a horrible loss, especially when we got Luka. But my point is, Giannis is too good to have only 1 game in the last 2 postseasons. That don't make any sense. He's too dominant. And that's all I'm saying. When you're typically that guy, once you've ascended to that height, and by the way, I'm going to be having the same conversation about Jokic here. This is what it comes with. When you're this good, this great, it's not a question of are you an all-time great. We know that, all-time great. We know that. It's where are you when it comes to starting to get to chances and knocking on the door of championships. Nobody asked you to be Jordan 6-0, but that's all I'm saying is, as you mentioned Karl Malone got to a couple. He's sitting there like, dang it, if it wasn't for Jordan, I might have a couple. That's all I'm saying. Giannis is too good, too dominant.
The Red Sox win the game, had the bases. The Yankees had the bases loaded with nobody out.
Chapman took it out on his old team.
And he was able to strike out Stanton. He got Jazz Chisholm on a weak fly ball to right field, which wasn't deep enough to get a run in. And then he struck out Grisham. Yep, on a 2-2 pitch that was definitely not a strike. So there you go. Red Sox take game 1 3-1 in that series.
Yeah, some good baseball, seriously. All right, 877-99 on Fox. If you want to get it, you expect more from Giannis? Are you okay with where Giannis is right now? Do you feel like he should be having more success in the NBA? Hit us up. We'll take that. Don't forget we got J.R. Gamble coming up with Follow Fair in a little bit as well.
That's right. 877-99 on Fox.
Fox Sports Radio.
I'll tell you one guy who's not laughing, and that's A.J. Brown.
You know what he is doing, right?
He belly aching. He ain't too happy.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Yes.
That's what he's doing. Boy, let me tell you something. This era, if I got beef with you and smoke with you, I ain't going to take it to you. I'm taking it to Twitter. I'm not going to go talk to the offensive coordinator. I'm going straight to Twitter. Ryan, what is up with him? And first, it's all good. I'm reading peaceable books and understanding peace in my inner chi. Now, he's taking to Twitter.
That's right. Well, yesterday, of course, the Eagles beat the Tampa Bay Bucks in Tampa Bay. Big game for them.
They've only won 18 games in a row, correct?
Yes.
18 games in a row, concluding playoffs and Super Bowl.
Yes.
18 games.
A.J. Brown finished that game with 2 catches on 9 targets for 7 yards. So A.J. not satisfied with just the win, was very unsatisfied with his performance, or I guess the lack of production, and he posted a picture of a quote, and that quote is, "If you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way."
Right. Basically saying that he wants to be out. He doesn't care about the winning, doesn't care about the Super Bowl. He wants his numbers. And if I'm the Eagles, I would happily move off from him. Seriously, because you're winning. He's saying he's not getting the numbers anyway, so we can replace him with somebody who really wants to be on a winning team. He's a talented player. I'm not saying he's a bum. He could go somewhere else, go to a bad team and get all the numbers you want. You could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's selfish. When you're winning, if you're struggling and you're not winning and you're not getting the football and you're a talent, I understand that. When you're a team that won 18 games in a row and the Super Bowl and all these other things, everybody can't get the ball. Everybody can't make a play. Really, isn't it about winning? I think it's about winning. It's great if you could be in the mix. There are a lot of guys. I bet you could. We were watching this. It's on the TV. We weren't watching it, but we were on TV. A football player's life.
Oh, yeah. Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson with the Lions. He played in 3 playoff games, no meaningful games in his career. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think he would rather play, okay, got all the numbers, went to the Hall of Fame, that's nice. Nobody remembers him for some important catch or big game, you know what I mean, or big game, or he got the thrill of winning a Super Bowl or something, NFC championship, whatever it was. I would give up some of that to win. There are a lot of guys who play for bad teams who pile up numbers. Mm-hmm. We talk about in the NBA, somebody has to score.
Pointless points is what I call them.
Somebody has to score.
Kevin Martin, boy, he was averaging 26 a game on 10 and 72 teams.
Right, because somebody has to score, right? Those are the points you want. Where are you on it? I think it's selfish.
So this is 2 things with me. A.J. Brown, I have 0 problems if he wants more passes. We saw what he can do last week, right? We thought this might be the change for them opening up. He goes for 6 catches last week, 100-something yards. And he looks good. And you're like, all right, this is what the offense is going to become. And then all of a sudden, 109 yards and a touchdown last week. Other games, he's gone 1 catch for 8 yards, 5 for 27, and then last night 2 for 7. Right, that's embarrassing for him. I get it. He says, I'm one of the top 2, 3, 4 receivers in the league. I should be averaging 80, 90 yards a game, 6, 7, 8 catches, a touchdown every other game. That's how he feels. So I don't have a problem with him wanting more. Receivers have been doing it. What's the position we call the diva in NFL? Receivers. You name the receiver for the most part, they've been doing that. My issue is him going so public with a team that has been so trying to be locked in and be focused on going to Super Bowls and winning multiple Super Bowls. My issue is with that he's going public and putting tweets out there because now we got to talk about the tweet. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, which means the next reporter, hey, AJ, I saw your tweet through the game. What is it? Now instead of talking about how we can get better as an offense because it can't have 0 passing yards in the second half, right? What 1932 leather helmet team is this? So I agree. They need to get better offensively for where they're trying to go. If you're trying to get better and for the end of the season, postseason, Super Bowl, they got to get better offensively. That's without a doubt.
No, but see,
you don't have to make a public face and stink about it all the time.
But here's my issue.
Have us having to discuss this all the time.
You just talked about it. He had over 100 yards just a week before. Okay, so it's not like they froze him out or he hadn't gotten any balls or we don't know his talent. I just don't want anybody on my team who thinks their numbers is better than winning.
Excited. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. We're just going to move on about Trash Talking Tuesday. They did my dog dirty today. I got your back, man. Way back here, though. This isn't just a game. It is a once-in-a-generation event.
Let me tell you something.
The Harlem
Globetrotters.
What are you, an elephant?
Yep.
The Harlem Globetrotters are 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today. HarlemGlobetrotters.com. Go check that out. Also, be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. Shout out to YouTube folks watching right now. The Odd Mobs will be named our comment section. Go check it out. You can see the both of us right now at youtube.com/@OddCoupleFSR. If you're already in YouTube, just search Odd Couple FSR. Subscribe, like, share, comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We appreciate you. So go again, Odd Couple FSR and YouTube. Please subscribe. Follow Fair on the Way with J.R. Gamble in just a little bit. Looking forward to that. By the way, Rob, stop me if you knew this. Shohei Ohtani is pretty good at baseball. I don't know if you knew that.
What did he bat, 284? Something like that.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
not,
he had 55 home runs. He hits home runs. Especially with nobody on base.
You see what he did on his first?
Yeah, I saw.
Welcome to Wild Card Series. The Reds are in town to take a... The game just started. A man already hit a home run.
Yes.
We'll talk some more about that. All right,
if Ohtani was about 6 shades darker, he'd be on the front page.
Whatever.
No, I think you might spot. I think about a half shade darker. He'd be.
We're still trying to
maybe claiming the heck out of him.
We're doing the family background just to see.
I'm about to say, I only need 4%. He will be on the cover of MLB, bro. Phone calls talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, who said that he did consider looking elsewhere aside from the Bucks. Rob believes he's done enough there with the Bucks, and he's a made man. Got the one. I want more out of him.
I'm not saying that he can't win again, but he. Like, if his career was over, championship in Milwaukee and 2 MVPs, I'm taking
I want more. Who we got?
Jay in Harlem. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jay?
Rob, is this on?
Is this
on, Rob?
Yes, it is.
Listen, I'm totally with you. Giannis has done enough. We're talking about Milwaukee, who's had nothing.
Yes.
Won 2 MVPs, got a championship. This all started for one person, Rob. Let's say it with me. LeBron
James.
He started the ring culture. He made the NBA to what it is right now. It's unwatchable. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
No doubt. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.
Jay, you lucky. You lucky we trying to get some more calls.
What
today,
about
I'm
Andre?
right now.
Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Let you slide today, Jay.
What's going on? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, I do put respect on Giannis' name for staying in Milwaukee and being loyal to the soil, but the championship chasing is done. Because Milwaukee is nowhere near the hunt. Never mind, it is the Eastern Conference, and they do have injuries. But that's a team that, first of all, they don't have the star power, and then when they did have it, when they had the Drew Holidays, Chris Middletons, when they had a championship team, they went ahead and wanted. Giannis wanted to gamble and go get Dame and shake things up, and it didn't work out. So do I respect him staying in one place and doing it the old school way? Yes. But I don't see him winning 4, 5. I don't see him being in that conversation. He's not going to catch the Tim Duncans. He's not going to catch LeBron James. 1, maybe 2 in a Bill Walton way if he jumps off later on in his career. But I do respect, again, that's what the Charles Barkleys and the Patrick Ewings and the John Stocktons and the Karl Malones, that's where they do have a point. Meaning we stayed in one place, we thugged it out, and you people want to talk about winning any championship.
Hey, y'all got to relax. Dre, y'all got to relax with the Barkley stay one place. Barkley was with the 76ers, with the Suns, with Houston. Hey, Hakeem Olajuwon seemed to be winning some championships. Let me go team up with Hakeem. Stop it with the Barkley stay one place, please. Stockton, I'll give you that. He played 32 years with the Utah Jazz. I'll give you that. Who next?
Henry in Seattle. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Henry?
What's up, fellas? Yeah. I mean, of course he's done enough to make the Hall of Fame. We're not talking about that. I mean, there's levels of greatness, and in order for him to get to that next level, he has to absolutely capitalize. This isn't LeBron, whose basketball IQ is off the charts, or KD, or Steph, who can play till they're 37, 38 in their prime. He's got maybe 1, 2, 3 years. He needs all of his athleticism, and he's maybe got a couple more years in his prime. And it's razor thin, the difference between being legendary and being on that next echelon of all-time greats, and he understands that. Plus, he's repping for a whole country, and so he has to be paranoid and just absolutely laser-focused on trying to get as much as he can in a very limited amount of time.
Yeah, I'm with you, Henry. That was well stated, Henry. All right, appreciate everybody with the calls. Thank you for that. On the way, we got Foul or Fair with our man J.R. Gamble. We do it every Tuesday. Right now, Steve DeSager is going to get you set on what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hey, in the late game on this day of MLB wildcard openers in L.A., it's underway, and the Dodgers lead 1-0 over the Reds in the top of the second. Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani with not just a leadoff homer, it was a rocket to right field, almost 118 miles an hour off the bat. And it was off a 100-mile-an-hour pitch thrown by Hunter Green of the Reds. Inside fastball, and he turned on it. Best of 3 series here. All games at the better-seeded teams. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and if necessary, Thursday games. Cubs got out to a 1-0 lead, beating the Padres 3-1 today. The Cubs hit back-to-back homers in the 5th from Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly, hitting into the wind at Wrigley Field. Suzuki has homered in 5 straight games. Boston beat the Yankees in New York tonight, 3-1. Yankees had bases loaded with no outs in the bottom of the 9th against ex-Yankee Aroldis Chapman, who got them strikeout, flyout, strikeout to end the game. A superb outing from Garrett Crochet, who got the victory. 7 2/3 innings, the 1 run allowed, 11 strikeouts, no walks. He threw 117 pitches. Detroit started the day with a win. 2 unearned runs. Winning pitcher Tarik Skubal, 14 strikeouts in 7 2/3. Angels manager Ron Washington will not return next season. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill had surgery on his dislocated knee and torn ligaments. His agent says Hill will play next season. Miami signed wide receiver Cedric Wilson off the Saints practice squad. Raiders tackle Colton Miller went on injured reserve with a high ankle sprain and a hairline fracture. The Ravens on Wednesday are due to give an update on quarterback Lamar Jackson's hamstring injury. He could miss 2 to 3 weeks, according to the Baltimore Sun. Quarterback of the 49ers, Brock Purdy, with his toe injury, is expected to be questionable for Thursday night's game at the Rams. Same for wide receiver Ricky Pearsall with his knee injury. Those two did not go through today's walkthrough. Buffalo signed punter Mitch Wisnowski, ex of San Francisco. The Bills' Cameron Johnston was placed on injured reserve. Jets running back Braylon Allen suffered a sprained knee and could go on IR. Golden State re-signed forward Jonathan Kuminga, 1 year plus a team option. The Warriors signed guard Seth Curry. Camp starts Wednesday. And former Syracuse basketball star Lawrence Moulton was found dead at his home at the age of 53. He is the school's all-time leading scorer. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Hey, thank you, man. Have a great night. Appreciate you as always. It's the Odd Couple, Robin Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. This isn't just a game. It is a once-in-a-generation event, the Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. It is now time for Foul or Fair with our man, J.R. Gamble.
That ball is. It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
That's right. It is Foul or Fair here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. We're celebrating baseball tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
We certainly are. All these games, wall to wall.
To do so properly, we had to bring in the guy who already has a bust in Cooperstown.
Is that right?
Right there next to Pete Rose.
You mean B-U-S?
By Cooperstown, I mean the bus station.
Okay, he parked the bus.
None other than my man, J.R. Gamble.
What's up?
I'm sorry, I was asleep like the Yankees bats every playoff.
Oh, shots fired at Rob Parker.
Man.
And they shot fired at me. The team went to the World Series last year.
What's
My
up,
God,
fellas?
what's happening?
Ooh, I was asleep. Sorry. I thought I was Aaron Judge for a minute or something.
Oh, that's a tease for a later question in this segment. I love it. All right, I got 3 baseball questions because JR started the segment. He gets the first crack at every single one, so let's get to it.
Judge had 2 hits tonight.
We'll talk about that later on, okay?
My goodness
Number
gracious.
1.
I'm a woman.
The Angels dumped Ron Washington today as their manager.
What do you mean he was sick?
No surprise. They dumped him. And now USA Today's Bob Nightingale, friend of the show, reporting that Michael Young, Torrey Hunter, and Albert Pujols loom as candidates to take over the gig. JR, given how poorly that Pujols contract aged in Anaheim, is it foul or fair to say the Angels fans would hate it if Albert became their next manager?
America has been very good to me. Foul! Angels fans? Beggars, for one, beggars can't be choosers. Second, Ron Washington changed the culture somewhat with the Angels, but he didn't get a chance to finish the job. The Angels fans would, I think, love Pujols as manager. Who wouldn't? He's one of the game's greatest players. Member of several prestigious clubs. You can't deny he knows the game. He's a brand name. He'll keep the eyes on the Angels as they try to become a playoff caliber team with Mike Trout. Whatever happens, as a player, hiring him as a manager will make up for all of that at this point, I think.
I'm going to say fair. I mean, come on. The idea that the Angels are going to take a guy with no experience, what they've been through. They won a World Series. That was 2002. They need to do a real search and build on what they have here. All right, some of their players, young players, had good seasons. They need to add another star pitcher to the top of the rotation. They're not out of it. They didn't lose 100 games this year. And the idea of Albert Pujols being the guy you're trying to sell tickets and get people to see him, I'm not with that. I want to see, if I'm an Angels fan, them go out and hire the best manager available. They once had Joe Madden.
They did.
How do you know he's not?
Because he's never managed.
No.
It's foul for me, and it's because of something you just said there.
Come on, Kev.
No, I'm with you. It's foul that they shouldn't be mad if they hire. I think it'll be, listen, they got to try to keep some butts in there, in them seats, and also analytics. We know that, man, these managers hey, just go out there, do this, here's what we say, just go do this. So, meaning, might as well put them out there and just tell them what to do, and it'll look good and have a ceremonial face to parade around town. God. Yes,
right.
I'm with it.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Question number 2. Foul or fair with the Odd Couple. J.R. Gamble with the fellas.
Deserve.
Guys, the Brewers not only set a franchise record and led the majors with 97 wins, they also finished second in ERA, third in runs, third in Fangraphs base running metric, and 8th in outs above average. I don't even know what that is, but it's high. However, Vegas odds makers still only give them the 5th best odds to win the World Series. JR, foul or fair to say the Brew Crew is being disrespected by the wise guys in the desert?
Foul. I mean, as Rob Parker has mentioned many times before, aren't the Brewers like, maybe I'm getting these numbers wrong, 2-11 in their last 13 playoff games?
Bingo. He's heard my numbers on MLB Network because I keep saying them. They have lost 11 of their last 13 playoff games.
Exactly. So this is a familiar situation for the Brewers. They have not given us any reason to think that they'll be able to defend the Dodgers, defeat them, or the Padres. So we don't believe you. You need more people.
I'm going to say foul as well.
Yes.
And only from I get what they did this year and all that, and but 29-4 at one stretch. Did they peak too soon? And their playoff history follows them. They've had really good years.
Yeah.
And I know they've beaten the Dodgers this year. I think they swept the Dodgers, if I'm being honest, right? They swept them this year, 6 games. But I do not. I think Vegas knows their history of postseason, and that's why they're not buying or banking in on Milwaukee.
Fair. Disrespectful. They out here disrespecting people like it's Rodney Dangerfield. They can't get no respect. You know, we're out here. If you're the Brewers, you're looking at how successful they win. Led the major with 97 win. You swept the team everybody thinks is the best in baseball in the Dodgers, and they've done it. Listen, we've seen teams win, a la the Kansas City Royals, a la the Nationals, where it kind of came from the Rangers, where out of the blue, we just sat here and talk about, you don't know who's going to win this season. So if they're the Brewers, why not us, is how I would feel if I was the Brewers.
All right, last one, foul or fair. MLBBro.com managing editor J.R. Gamble in with the odd couple. Yeah. This one's for Rob Parker. Rob, we love you. Aaron Judge.
Oh, God.
Still hasn't figured it out in the postseason, even including his 2-for-4 performance tonight. Historically, his average drops 90 points, and his OPS falls a staggering 260 points.
He's batting 500 this year in the postseason. He's batting 500 this postseason.
He's the James Harden of baseball. So, JR,
wow.
If Judge never figures out his playoff foibles, is it foul or fair to say he can never be considered an all-time Yankees great?
All right, I got to be totally honest here. Foul. Come on, he's already an all-time great in the history of the game. So how can he be a Yankee great? Easily, right? Like, easily. So I wouldn't know about Judge never hitting great in the playoffs because that's not something I really consider because baseball is a team sport. It is what it is. You need your team to step up, players to play above their heads, or at least to another level that they did during the season, right? Bonds never won one. Judge has plenty of years left. It's baseball. All it takes is one series, ask Clayton Kershaw, you get hot, or you don't even get hot. Your team does its job. It's not like it's the NBA. He's not a boxer or a golfer. Like Cameron may say, it is what it is. If Cashman and Boone do their daggone job, Judge will win a championship. Tough loss tonight, but it's game one, man.
Yeah, I'm going to say that it's foul as well.
Yes, sir.
Shocker.
And only, only from this standpoint. Barry Bonds is considered the great. Most players, if you talk to them, say he's the greatest player, and he didn't win. They lost in that 2002 World Series to the Angels. And Ted Williams played all those years in Boston. He never won. I think he batted 200 in one postseason performance.
Right.
You know, so when you look at those situations there, it's hard for those guys. Ted Williams and those guys are all considered great players, all-time greats, even though they never won.
And the Yankees are going to keep going back. That's the one thing that the Yankees have that other teams don't have, right? Guarantee that I'll be in the playoffs every year. No other team really is guaranteed that. You know, the Judge is going to be playing.
You know what's foul? Foul, you going over overtime, JR. That's what it is. Foul right now, you going over there. No, my answer is the opposite of you two. I say it's fair, and I'll tell you why. The guys that you mentioned, nobody's questioning his legacy as a great, all-time great. The question is if he never figures it out, is it foul or fair to say he'll never be considered an all-time great Yankee? And the Yankee greats always win. Alex Rodriguez was a great all-time great, but he had to figure it out with the Yankees specifically, and he finally was able to do that. So to me, great, yes, all-time, we know that, but the Yankees have 1 million banners and pennants and all of that, and so for him, he wants to have some success with them specifically. That's the thing. That's the difference to me. No, we all know he's an all-time great, but Yankee greats, they typically win, and he's got to get that done.
Noted baseball guy Kelvin Washington. That's Fowler.
He'll try. He'll try his best. The team got to help.
No, without a doubt, it is a team game. We know that. All right.
Thanks, fellas.
No doubt.
Appreciate
Appreciate you, man, as always. Make sure you give him a follow, as always, man. It's good stuff having JR on MLBBro.com, managing editor, and it's Fanalist 1. So go ahead and give him a follow. All right, on the way, we got last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. We'll do last call. And then also, Tyreek Hill is out in Miami. But could that be a blessing in disguise? We'll tell you that as well. It's the Odd Couple, Robin Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday, Fox Sports Radio. Changed the rule some years ago, Rob, to ties being able to happen in the NFL again. You know, the way the overtime rules, first team score a touchdown, you win. You kick a field goal, the team has a chance to kick a field goal, match you, or win. But we didn't get either of that.
I never understood why first team that scored should just win and sudden death. And only because you can score defensively. It's different like in baseball. I can't score any runs if I don't come up to bat. So it can't be if the first team gets up and they get a run, the game's, you know what I mean? I got to get my bat. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that part I get. But in the NFL, as I saw many times, Matthew Stafford throw a pick, you know what I mean? And they run it back the other way. You can win the game defensively. So do you really need to have the ball once each? What they have here now is ridiculous.
I actually, believe it or not, am with you. I used to always say, as much as I hate it, right, the other team gets a nice kickoff return to, say, the 35. They only need, 20, 25 yards. They can kick a long field goal, and your team can lose it. As a Lions fan, I've seen many a games who've lost like that. But I've always thought, stop them, right? Stop them. Part of the NFL is defense and offense. Get a stop. Get a 3 and out. Maybe they pick up one first down, but don't let them get another one. But then they changed the rule. Okay, fine, they changed the rule. But I will say this. While everybody walked away unsatisfied, it was like being in high school or college and you just a whole lot of, rubbing around and loving up on each other. But, that's how the night ended. Maybe left a little frustrated. But I say this, believe it or not, I'm actually okay with the tie. The reason I say that is you can't look me.
Last night, you thought that was good.
I was unsatisfied with the game because it was a great offensive game. But the principle of it, y'all got 10 minutes. What more do you want? We trying to wink, be under the guise of safety. I'm going to tell you, we're being under the guise of safety. That had to been another potential 10 minutes, and then now it's 20 minutes, and now guys are playing essentially another whole 20 minutes a game, another quarter and a half. And I just think they're trying to draw the line somewhere and say, all right, this is one game. You both tie. It's not a loss. You still got, several more. Got 17 total. Get the job done then. Because they're trying to, at least in somewhere, act like they care about safety of the players. And if we got y'all out here competing till one of y'all win and it goes another 3-4 overtimes, that could be really, really bad. So I think they're saying, y'all got 10 minutes, get the job done. Somebody win this game. And the Packers were just moving on methodically and slow. I'm like, Packers, why don't y'all go out here and try to win this thing? And they was like, they just resigned to the fact of maybe we'll just kick a field goal. They weren't trying to score.
See, here's my issue. One of the greatest games in the history of the NFL was a triple overtime game. In 1982, the AFC divisional playoff game between the Chargers and the Dolphins. It was unbelievable. and it ended 41-38, but it was triple overtime in the
Rob,
NFL.
it's a playoff game.
No, but I'm just saying.
But I'm saying we're playoff. We got to finish this thing. Somebody got to move on.
But I'm saying that we need a result. We talk about it all the time. Wins and losses, ties are not on the menu. It leaves people unfulfilled. People last night turned off Sunday night in America football, whatever, Sunday night football, and felt like
then nobody need a cigarette.
There was no cigarettes.
No cigarettes
Nothing.
were needed. Not a cigarette in sight. In fact,
baby oil, nothing.
What's the nicotine? The patch? Everybody had the patch after the lights. Everybody just let me put on patch on. I'm so unsatisfied. I don't disagree. I told you I left the game. I mean, I left. I turned the TV on.
You know how many people were bummed out? Like,
it was bad. But I'm looking at it.
But I'm saying the NFL does nothing but change rules every year. How do they get this one wrong?
This kickoff rule.
Like it's like they change the rules all the time, and I'm saying this is wrong. It's just like baseball. Okay, they don't want regular extra innings during the regular season. Put a man on second base. They don't do that in the playoffs because people would have a heart
Too easy
attack
to win.
if somebody lost and they put a man on second base and nobody gets a hit in the 10th inning, right? Sacrifice bunt, move them over, and a fly ball to center field, and the game's over. People would be, are you kidding?
Ain't no way my playoff team is losing like that.
They just lost.
But this is I'm telling you, this is the NFL was trying their best to say, hey, man, this is us caring about players. And so they made the rule, and most teams come get it done. They get it done, and they go score. And the team win. I blame the Packers for this.
It is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Business fluctuations make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Professionals provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's expresspros.com. And this isn't just a game. No, sir. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com. All right. Hey, Rob G., it's time for last call. Let's do it. Go! Yes, last call. Here we go. Is that Jola?
Yo,
it's the last call here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jola?
Man, how's it going, man? It's been a while. Y'all doing good?
We're doing great. Yeah, it has been a while. Where you been?
Nah, man, I've just been over here listening. I've been listening right when the football season started. I had to take a little break for the summer, but nah. Your boy Kelvin he been getting better, man. Y'all got it rolling now.
Thank you, my man. We're appreciating
I took a little bit, but nah.
What you got tonight? What's going on?
Man, let me just talk about these refs, man. All weekend I've been sitting there dealing with it. First of all, the college football. Oh my gosh, they're ferocious. It takes too long to get a call. It takes way too long. Then I'm sitting here watching the WNBA. I'm like, all right, Let's watch it. I never missed a WNBA.
I never missed
watched.
it. There you go.
I'm going to sit here and watch it. And I'm like, man, they're so indecisive on the call. Last week, we saw her go through the Allen Iverson step over. She got a tech. And then I just saw somebody get ran over full speed like we in Oklahoma drills. No flagrant. I said, man, it's crazy out here.
Well, you know what's funny is Troy Aikman, Rob G, too, on Monday Night Football last night, trashed the
kept it a buck.
Right? He said, hey, the referee, too many flags, the flow of the game. He said it was a bad product. This is Troy Aikman, right, on Monday Night Football, not biting his tongue.
And he's a representative for them. You know, he's really shouldn't even, you know. It's crazy. But now, I was listening to Ben Maller yesterday. I had to say his joke again. The Bengals quarterback looks like he should be working at Kroger or Albertsons.
Well, hey, Jola, man, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for checking in. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, for sure, man. Y'all stay good.
All right, no doubt. Rob G, what's that? I was going to say, as you know, I'm about to head back east and whatnot.
Rob, before you get to that, because I know it's a very emotional time for you.
I'm starting to get emotional.
Can I bring you back down to earth with some of the odd mob commentary?
Yeah, here we go. Okay. They're ripping me, so let's...
No, not all of them, but let's start here.
Okay.
DC says, the only Doug I want to see is Doug from the 90s with Patty Mayonnaise. I'm not a fan of this cross-promo stuff in the commercials, but I get it.
Okay, sorry about that. You talking about Doug Gottlieb?
That's not nice. Doug's a friend of Rob's.
I never missed Doug Gottlieb.
All right, and then Benjamin Berman says, Rob Parker, Detroit's not going to make the playoffs. They lost their coordinators. Dan Campbell's no good. Also, Rob Parker. Aaron Glenn is the worst. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. And then here's my favorite one, just right now as the Yankees blew another one. This is Lloyd on YouTube. Damn, Rob, missing the Yankee game? No way, no how. Rob, stop it. The boat. No way, no how. What a script.
The boat. That was Chris's nickname for me. The hatingest brother of all time.
It still holds firm.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take it.
And now we can get emotional.
Yeah, I'm just not emotional. Just, I'm on my way to New York. We'll be doing a show from New York tomorrow, and I'm going back to my alma mater over the weekend, and it's starting to sink in. I've been trying to hold it in, really.
It's a big deal.
Nah, I think so. Don't you?
Yeah.
I think I was downplaying it in my head.
Yeah, and I have no issue, listening to the show. People know I have no issue, none of us on the show have any issue with cracking on Rob and poking fun at Rob and having laughs at his expense. But if you were to get emotional or something like that, no one is going to say anything back because this is a monumental moment, not just for you, but for anybody who's worked towards anything in their life. Like, this is something that you should aspire to reach these kind of heights.
You know what? The thing that it's funny you say that, as this is, and for people who join us who don't know, they're going to name the press box after me at Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven at halftime at homecoming this coming Saturday, October 4th, which is incredible. But you know what? Bigger than just me and this honor, and it's a tremendous honor. The school has been around since 1893. 1893. But bigger, I think, is maybe this being an option and for other people. I don't know too many guys.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, as you go forward, and maybe some other people in this business who have put in a long career and have helped people and made changes and did their part. Maybe other people will look at them the way my school looks at me, and feel like this is something that can happen for other people. That is really what excites me the most, is that I might be one of the first, where this is happening to, but it could be more. And at my school, and I say this because it's pretty incredible. I told you the school's been around since 1893.
Since Moby Dick was a guppy.
Since Moby Dick was a guppy. It'll be the first building with a black person's name on it.
Wow.
In New Haven, Connecticut. I just think it's mind-boggling to me sometimes. So I am starting to get emotional in my as I prepare for this. But I will be in New York tomorrow doing a show from New York Friday I'll be off. There's a big gala on campus on Friday, and then the event on Saturday. So
and then we're popping bottles on Monday. After
Monday we got a big party. We got ribs and
yeah.
chicken and champagne, and also some cheesecake coming in. So
Yes,
we're gonna celebrate. I want to celebrate. You guys can't all be there. I want to celebrate with my
That's
teammates
right.
here.
When the company pays, we eat fillets.
Absolutely, and cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. All right, our couple. Make sure you join us tomorrow because we got more show for you. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?